got some company branding on there, don't I?
Okay.
Right, are we actually live on YouTube?
I think we might actually be live.
Oh, no, it still says upcoming. Oh, no.
What?
Yeah, we're here.
We are here. Hello. Welcome. Welcome.
Welcome to the Cricket Nerds coverage of the IPL auction. I don't know if my mic is actually creating sound, so I'll test that now very quickly.
I think it is.
Yeah, it sounds okay.
Yep,
Sounds
you're all good.
So there we go. Yeah, we're really excited. We're waiting for our live stream to start. We're on the edge of our seats for it. We've just got a few technical glitches, but we're following along on the rest of it. But we've got Rikan Patel in the chat. Rikan, it's good to see you.
Raj, Ben Banks, all great to see you.
Thanks for coming. We'll be covering this IPL broadcast as soon as we've got it going. But aside from that, we'll be following along on. Me and Zach have got cricket info up here, so we're all ready. So set one is very exciting, isn't it? Zach, what are you thinking about set one? Who's going to go for big money?
I reckon Harry Brook is going to get loads. I could just feel that he's just going to go for many. Watch him be unsold now.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? So in terms of like purse remaining, we've obviously got some big whales in the game. We've got James's Punjab Kings, 32 crore in the bank. Sunrisers with 42.25 crore. So, we've got some big spending potential across the day. So, set one's up now.
See some RCBs in the chat.
No, yeah.
Yeah, Aman Pal, he's one of you.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you all here. Thank you for joining. We'll be obviously looking at the chat all the way through and keeping up to date with that. But yeah, it's exciting, isn't it? Who's excited about the IPL? Put a note in the comments. What is your, who do you want your franchise to buy? Who do you want your franchise to buy? Aman Patel, RCB, gonna win this IPL. Well, they might. Who knows?
We'll certainly see.
What do you think, Zach?
I think RCB are going to win. I say that every year and they've never won it. Yeah.
What are you nearly there, James?
So,
Punjab Kings will buy some more English players, I guess. Yes, we are the England B team, whether you like it or not.
You're probably going to pick up Stokes, although you said about maybe that you feel like Cameron Green is a Punjab pick, didn't you?
I really think he's a Punjab pick. I think it's a horrible idea because he's really untested. But I was looking on one of these things on Geo Cinema, and it was Anil Kumble, and he was saying that I think they'll go for Cam Green because he's 2 meters tall, hits the deck hard, things like that. And I was like, yeah, well, you would say that, wouldn't you? But you got fired for a reason, Anil.
Yeah. Well, when you look at the teams at the moment, Royal Challengers and Punjab Kings already have pretty settled squads. They've got a lot of their positions filled. They've got a good balance. Whereas when you look at a team like Rajasthan Royals, they've only really got 2 all-rounders, if you class Reem Parag and Ravi Ashwin as all-rounders. So they'll be looking to get some all-rounders. So I can imagine Rajasthan Royals going for trying to get Ben Stokes back, or picking up one of Sam Curran or what's he called? Australian Cameron Green.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see them getting one of them.
Yeah, definitely.
They need a solid one. Also with Butler as there as well.
Yeah. So some interesting things for this IPL, of course. We've got the impact player rule as well. And I know we spoke about it in a previous podcast. But impact player will obviously, come into play in this IPL. It will obviously be a big part of the game. So, what do we think? Do we think that teams might also be looking for sort of wider squad depth so that they can also have room for those impact players as well? there are teams in the past, like we've spoken about, like Kolkata, who they very much have their game plan of let's get a really good starting 11 and let's not worry too much about our replacements. But actually, in a year like this year, is it actually important to think about that as well?
Yeah, definitely. Because, firstly, the impact player can't be a overseas player unless you only go into a game with 3 overseas slots, and obviously you're allowed 4. So that's the only time.
Are you not also allowed to sub out an overseas player for an overseas player?
Yeah, you could do that as well. I think it's more that you've got, in order for it to be effective, because you don't really want to sub out your overseas players unless they get injured because they're big players. So I think it's looking at the balance of your squad and thinking, is there an Indian player who fulfills a certain role, so for example, there could be a good big hitter who you put in at the death, whereas let's say it's Punjab Kings, they might only need 130 to win, in which case a Rishi Dhawan coming in might be a bit more tactical. Yeah.
I'll go and grab some teas.
Excellent.
We've got a tap out tea moment.
That's the wrong franchise.
Right. Hope Sam Curran comes first in set 2, so players like Odean Smith go for high prices. I saw something about how, was it the mock auction? Odean Smith went to Mumbai Indians for about 8 crore.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
madness, wasn't it?
Oh, Human's here. I've just seen Humanoids in here, so that's great news. Raj says Hope Root gets sold. Our purse won't allow it, but probably for Brook. Rikan Patel. Is Rikan Patel a Punjab? I can't remember. Are you RCB?
No, I think Rikan Patel's an RCB.
You RCB, Rikan.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
want
yeah,
you want okay. So you want your purse won't allow it, but you want Riley. So I want RCB to buy back for Maxi Rousseau maybe.
Riley Rousseau is a good buy, and he also is the top order player as well.
Aman Patel, Harry Brook is the one I want for RCB. So there's some good RCB players.
I'd want Harry Brook, but I don't think we'll get him because he's going to go for a bit.
Ben Stokes, Sam Curran or Green, which one is coming to Punjab Kings according to you guys? Well, we all think it's Cameron Green. James wants Sam Curran, but we think Cameron Green.
Logically, I actually think it'll be Ben Stokes.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about the impact player rule. I'm thinking that we want to extend the batting for as long as we can. The problem that we had last year was we didn't have any middle order people that could serve as an anchor as well. So that's where I think we'll go. I think we'll absolutely break the bank. I think it'll be the most expensive ever. I think we're looking at potentially like a 17 crore purchase. Wow. I think it'll be horrendous, but yeah, that's what I think will happen. Mugaresan Vinakanandan, he's broken the bad news. We were all following Rishabh Pant earlier.
93.
It's gone up for 93. That's hurtful.
Nervous 90s.
Yeah, couldn't hack the pressure. How many sixes was it?
I don't know, but I don't know what people think just on that, because India weren't doing too well. They were 90 something for 4, and then Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer have almost played with that bad ball mindset of attacking aggressive cricket, and they looked really good and put on loads of runs and took the game away from Bangladesh. So it'll be interesting to hear people's thoughts on that, really.
Oh, and here we have Hugh Edmeads, who is the absolute legend that is in charge of the IPL. Not in the chat, Benji. He's starting the auction.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, this is all very exciting. At some point, we'll show you some. Benji's got some spreadsheet action that he's going to share.
Beautiful.
So yeah, that'll be very good to get involved in.
Yeah, it would be great. We'll go into that. I mean, it still says that Sky Sports is doing it in the UK, so I'm going to just see if this is a thing.
I don't think they are.
You can have that. They did it last
Look
year.
who's watching. Hello.
Unless it's on the...
Good to see you. Looking forward to some Punjab action.
Curran gets a million.
So, I can't remember who it was. One of you said earlier that set 1. Here we go. I'm sorry in advance for all the names that I get wrong. Uni Narayanan says, can I say set 1 players go for bargain prices? Do we think that someone's going to get a Harry Brook for very cheap, something like that?
Well, Harry Brook is part of the Johannesburg Super Kings, so maybe Chennai. Looking for a Harry Brook, a younger batsman.
I was saying he looks like a Chennai player, and I honestly think he'd be a brilliant
You
purchase.
know what? I wouldn't be mad at all. I'd be really pleased if Chennai were to pick up Harry Brook. I think that would be great. I think also some interesting things that I spotted was that Joe Root has been picked up by the Dubai Capitals, who are also owned by the same franchise that own the Delhi Capitals. So Joe Root to Delhi. Who knows? That might be a thing.
It'd be good. It'd be good. Right, we have actually kick-started the auction.
Yes.
And Kane Williamson has been picked up by the Gujarat Titans for the base price of 2 crore. Gujarat Titans, obviously, they were looking for a replacement in opener. I think they've been looking for Matt Wade to open last season. Obviously, wasn't very good, and he's pretty old now. Jason Roy was their original pick. Yeah. They traded Ramanella Gurbaz from Delhi, or no, it was the other way around, wasn't it? They gave Ramanella Gurbaz away, so they were looking for top order. So that's what they got. Harry Brook has now entered in to the auction, 1.5 crores base price, and Rajasthan Royals, no hesitation. They're straight in there. It's a very Rajasthan Royals thing to do, isn't it?
He's in the IPL though.
He is in the IPL.
That's the thing we wanted.
That means
this is
Harry
exciting.
Brook's in the IPL.
Harry
Cheers to
Brook.
that, boys.
Harry Brook in the IPL. Another Tapal team moment.
I'm more...
Harry Brook, 1.5. Brooks on 2 crore, Raj just said in the chat. James, can we get Star Sports on there? Have you tried that?
I'll have a look. But yeah, we've got back and forth between RCB and Rajasthan Royals. So we all know this how this goes. All right, the minnows, they fight at the start, and then the big boys,
big fish, come in,
who are Sunrisers and Punjab. they come in at the end. And, yeah.
Brooks on 2 crore still from Raj. 3 crore now. He's gone up a little bit more as well. 2.6 Rajasthan in the lead. RCB continue going in. So yeah, very much back and forth here for Harry Brook, and I've just now lost my commentary. That's annoying. It's back again. We're back. Here we go. It's all good. Go RCB. Go. Get Harry. We've got in the comments.
Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying the passion. This is, just put
more exciting than we thought it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Who else loves auction day?
IPL auction day.
Are there any other situations where you're this excited for an auction?
I don't know.
All other auctions I've been to have been to like buy a sofa.
Yeah, I think the thing I'm most excited for is to have Joe Root in the IPL. I just want him to be picked up. So, yeah.
I really hope he can get in because he's kind of passed up the opportunity to go in so many franchise tournaments.
Yeah.
That it does mean it's time for him to cash in now. Like he's early 30s, so there isn't a whole lot of his career left, and he deserves to cash in first of all, but also he was talking about how it's going to help his red ball game.
Yeah,
I saw Johnny Bairstow do really well, and obviously he had the best training camp with Punjab, doing power hitting. So yeah, it's here we go. The big boys have entered. Sunrisers Hyderabad, 5.25 crore.
Royal Challengers have played half their purse for him at the moment.
Yeah, well, he's the next Kevin Peterson.
I think so. I think that's the thing as well with a player like Brook and Root, as we saw from Bairstow last year. Bairstow played in that IPL for Punjab, like we said, and he had a bit of a mediocre. Let's be honest, it wasn't the best IPL we've ever seen from Johnny Bairstow. But then he had the summer of his life. But especially now that we're playing the England, especially, are playing Test cricket in a different way. They're playing that more aggressive style. They're playing all of the shots. 7 crore now for Harry Brook. and increasing.
I'm liking Aman Pal.
Yeah.
Said, "Here enters my love, Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Incredible.
The lady is too beautiful."
I love that.
All right, Aman, get a room, mate.
But what we can see, just go back to this, is we can see that this is getting, we're getting more and more into it. We're I forgot what I wanted to say. Yeah, England play a different way. Yeah, with their Test cricket, they're playing more of that white ball style of cricket, and I think that this IPL is going to be great for these type of players to get some stuff in. James, we just watch it in Hindi. It can't hurt.
No. What's crazy is that Harry Brook, who we all thought he would be a maybe, he's obviously a very good batsman, but overseas batsmen don't usually go for much. So if he is going to be going for upwards of 8, 9, maybe 10 crore, think about how much people are going to spend on the big names of Ben Stokes, Sam Curran, Cameron Green.
It's going to be exciting, isn't it?
Oh man!
So
Lots of them.
we're currently we're up to 7.75, I believe.
Rajasthan Royals going too hard for Brook. Their purse is almost finished already.
My goodness.
I mean, Rajasthan Royals do only have a 13.2 crore purse,
Which is crazy when they need all rounders. You'd think they'd save it. Maybe they're because if you think about the auction strategy, it's a case of saying, how can we put in, because Royal Challengers Bangalore don't need Harry Brook. Their overseas batsmen are Duplessis and Finalen. They don't need a replacement.
Yeah.
So they're thinking, how can we increase the purse of our competitors in order so they have less money and aren't able to bid for the players we want. So Rajasthan Royals, they're playing a risky game here.
Yeah.
But they've done so many mock auction strategies that it's not too bad.
Yeah. I think
Brook isn't worth this much. Come on. Oh, interesting.
Ooh, there we go.
Some different thoughts on this.
it's an investment in the future. In the same way that Ishan Kishan going for 14 crore last season. Obviously, he's Indian as well, which is a huge advantage. But I think because Brook is only 23, you've got another decade out of him, and if he is loyal to the same franchise, that's
the thing.
He could do very well. But yeah, I mean,
and he's an incredible player.
It's a lot of money.
He's a great player of spin, and yeah, Brook is the first millionaire of this IPL auction.
Wow.
8.5 crore so far for Crore.
9.75. Oh my goodness.
It's going incredible here, isn't it? I think Sunrisers really want this guy. They're really going hard for him, and we could definitely see Harry Brook in that top order. That's going to be incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. So
this is crazy.
It's absolutely mental. I think. Well, Rajasthan back in at 10 crore. This is mad.
That's the whole purse.
Pretty much. But first of all, you forget how much you can get for the small prices.
Yeah.
And also, I think Rajasthan are thinking. I reckon they've got Ravi Ashwin on the board, right? Because you know how Ravi Ashwin is just like a pioneer of the game and his mindset.
Yes.
So I think they're looking at the super sub rule, and they're thinking. All-rounders, they're a thing of the past. We can just have a solid batting lineup, and then we can knock out one of the batsmen. So Devdutt Padikkal, for example.
Yeah.
And then we can just have one of our fast bowlers come in.
True.
And that's what we said in our kind of preview when they were floating the idea in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. We were like, well. It's going to kind of devalue the all-rounder. It's going to make the all-rounder slightly less valuable. And I didn't like that because I think every player should try to aspire to be somewhat of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Rajasthan are going for here. They're thinking, and Gujarat, they barely had an all-rounder last season. I mean, in fact, did they? I don't think they had an all-rounder. Oh, Hardik Pandya.
Yeah, they had Hardik, who but yeah, because Hardik would bat for and open the bowling, so he was really going in for it last year, wasn't he? But yeah, incredible stuff.
Oh my goodness, we're in some crazy numbers right now.
Yeah, I mean, Harry Brook, record breaking. Who's the highest ever in? I mean, the highest ever in the IPL was 2 years ago.
Chris
It was
Morris with
Chris Morris with
16.25, I believe.
So, are we gonna, get to that level this early on? I mean, this is the second lot of the auction. This is incredible, isn't it?
So we are now up to 12 crore. Brook has now surpassed Shimron Hetmeyer as the most expensive specialist batter.
Wow,
that's pretty special.
Well done to him.
Mugaresan Vivekanandan has said, one hell of a Christmas gift. Yes.
Very much so.
Harry Brook has, imagine being 23 and getting that much money. That's not bad.
No.
That is not bad at all.
He's probably just sat at home watching it, or he's probably in bed. He's not aware.
Yeah, he's having a line. He woke up, he saw that his bidding had started and he was like, nah, we're all good, we're all good.
Yeah, he saw that already. I know, I reckon wherever Harry Brook is in the world, he's very excited right now. He's on the edge of his seat. His phone's probably blowing up, which is very exciting. 13 crore! Thank you, look who's watching. 13 crore already with Rajasthan Royals. Their entire purse is 13.10 crore.
Is in 13.1?
13.1, yeah. 13.1 crore.
That is insane.
And they're already in 13 crore already.
That's mental.
I mean, this is insane. And Brook is at Sunrisers for 13.25 crore. Harry Brook sold to the Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Wow. Congratulations, Harry Brook. Sorry, I had an issue with the chat there. I'm faffing around a bit too much.
I reckon that's very, very smart from Rajasthan Royals, because if you look at the two teams who don't have proper all-rounders, they are Sunrisers Hyderabad and Rajasthan Royals. So Rajasthan Royals need to decrease the purse of Sunrisers Hyderabad, knowing that Sunrisers don't have very good batting and they're struggling with all-rounders. Well, actually, I would say Sunrisers' batting's okay. They've got Markram, they've got Phillips, they've got Rao Tripathi. But as we said, that they are lacking a batter. So now they've got Harry Brooks. That is a massive buy for them.
So
it'll be interesting to see how Sunrisers balance their squad.
So now we've got Mayank Agarwal. RCB's made the first move, and then it was very quickly followed by Punjab Kings. So that's Whale versus Minnow stuff. ONT has sent a comment saying too much money could be too much pressure for Harry Brook. Now, on the one hand, I'd say, yeah, we've seen that happen before. On the other hand, I'd say, looking at the guy in Pakistan, the guy doesn't feel pressure. I think he's part robot.
Yeah, and he's gone for big money in the PSL, and he's done very well in the PSL as well. Pakistan, India, similar sort of conditions.
The chat's gone on the live stream, by the way.
Yeah, I've taken it off.
Yeah, cool.
How many people have we got currently watching?
We've currently got 19 people watching, so say hi. 17 now. If you are watching, drop us a like. If you haven't subscribed and you're not part of the cricket nerds already, make sure to be hitting that subscribe button. We'll obviously be bringing IPL content all the way through the IPL, won't we?
Yeah, and also tell your friends, get them watching the auction. It's good. It's going to be good. Bit of news on the India game. Axar Patel went, so they're now 6 down. However, Ashwin's in, so a steady number 8.
Right, apologies in advance. I am messing around with the stream. If this looks horrible for like 3 seconds, then I'm sorry, okay?
That's all right.
Anything could happen right now. Bad things have happened.
James.
Bad things have happened.
James, you've absolutely
Bad things. Okay. And we're back. Right, that was a horrible journey. I'm apologetic profusely, but there we go. We're back. We've got the chat back.
Yeah, that was Billy's, James.
Right, so Aman Pal, you're saying no, Punjab, please stop.
Kings are in.
I think he's an RCB fan.
CSK have entered into the fray as well.
Oh wow, okay. But
CSK are looking for a replacement for Robin Uska.
They are.
So actually, like sort of a top order Indian batter. might not be a terrible thing. Thinking last year, Utaput, he opened a bit, but he also batted in that sort of number 3-4 role. So actually, with someone like Mayank coming over to CSK, it leaves that freedom of being able to leave out Devon Conway and being able to add in an extra overseas later and down the order. Because at the minute, if we've sort of got Conway and Gaikwad opening, you'd expect to see mowing it through, and then someone like Shivam Dubé at 4, and sort of who's that 5-6 slot. Actually, somebody like Mayank here could open up and actually push everyone down the order just one, and actually having a strong Indian opener, we know how good that is in the IPL, isn't it?
So, very quickly on what Aman Pal was saying, like, you know, why are Punjab wanting to buy Mayank? I think who was it?
5 crore.
It
CSK.
was Gurjot Singh, absolutely nailed on. We want to buy him at a cheap price. We absolutely do. You know, he was taking up, I think it was 14 crore. So I think he was paid 12 crore, but he took up 14 crore of our purse because we retained him for the mega auction.
Yeah.
And that's a hell of a lot of money. So we've technically got up to, like, you know, if we spend 13 crore on him, we've still made a crore back. So it was a worthwhile choice.
Yeah.
And I think that was the plan all along. I think the reason that we didn't really hear anything from Mayank about being let go from Punjab and, like, you know, not a thank you for all the good times, things like that, is because this was potentially the plan all along.
To get him back.
I say this now, you know, CSK could end up taking him, but look who's watching. Yes, I think I do want Mayank for Punjab. I think he's a long-term pick. I think giving him captaincy last season was potentially too early. I only say that with the benefit of hindsight. I would have given him captaincy last year, but I think Shikhar having it this year and then potentially looking forward to Mayank being the captain is where I'd go with Punjab.
Well, do you think CSK could almost kill 2 birds with 1 stone by picking Mayank Agarwal? Because it means they're replacing Ambati Raidu, who must be in his 50s by now. No, he's not. But he's their opener at the moment, or their top order player, but he's getting on a bit. He's not going to last too many more seasons. And then also thinking captaincy, Dhoni tried to have Jadeja as captain last year. He'll be looking to retire as well.
Yeah.
So is Jadeja the right fit for captain, or do you think they could look for someone like Mayank Agarwal and be thinking that way?
CSK have pushed the bid up to 6 crore.
Crazy stuff.
Oh, just got to settle in, get comfy. This is...
I'd make Moeen Ali the
brilliant.
captain of Chennai Super Kings.
To be fair, I would as well. That's a great shout there. I would love to have Moeen as our captain. Yeah, it would be fantastic.
Sunrisers Hyderabad versus CSK for Mayank Agarwal. We did say in our preview, Mayank Agarwal is going to be one for Sunrisers because of how little
Sunrisers
Indian
have come
batsmen they have. They've got very good bowling. They've got some good Indian bowlers in Umar Malik, Natarajan and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. It's just, can they fill in the Indian batting?
Now, I think the other main Indian top order batsman that's on sale. Auction does always drive up some weird phrases, doesn't it? Yeah, in the most liberating and politically correct way, the other Indian that is on sale is Manish Pandey. And he actually had a very good side Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Now, he has underperformed consistently, but
ever since he made 100 for Royal Challengers in like 2009.
Exactly, yeah. He, you know, it was a swift drop off after that. But who knows? He could have finally made it. You know, it could have finally clicked for him.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see a few franchises take a punt on him.
Yeah.
This is pretty special already.
I reckon the thing that would make Mayank sell for a lot of money is the fact that he is an Indian top order batsman, and there aren't that many high profile Indian top order batsmen in the auction, except for unknown, uncapped players. Whereas someone like Harry Brook, you can see why he's been picked up for a lot of money, because he's a match winner. That's what he does. He scored centuries in the PSL.
Well,
he could win you easily 3 or 4 matches in the tournament.
Oh, and he does it year on year, like
It's
Quetic,
consistently awesome.
Yeah, with Quetic Gladiators, like he's always fantastic, isn't he?
Mayank Agarwal has gone to Sunrisers Hyderabad for 8.25 crore. Congratulations,
The right option.
Sunrisers. Congratulations, Mayank. He'll have probably been bitter after Punjab dropped him from captaincy.
Yeah.
It hurts a bit. I was quite sad when they initially released him, but I was still saying they should do that, but with the intention of buying him back.
Just a quick update. Sunrisers have probably spent 21 crore.
Ooh. But they've got some pretty decent players, haven't they?
I reckon the 3 batsmen, you've got Agarwal, Rahane and Manish Pandey, who are the 3 experienced Indian batsmen who will sell.
And
And
Jinka Rahane,
Rahane's gone.
CSK, 50 lakhs.
So CSK obviously.
That's the most CSK purchase.
Why are we like this?
That is the most CSK
It is.
purchase. Dad's Army lives on. If you're a fan of this purchase, put Dad's Army in the chat,
Oh, it's
please.
Joe Root.
Oh,
Joe Root comes in. Okay, exciting.
come on.
Thing is, if you set one, you can always get picked up in the bit. But given there's like 37 million sets at this auction, I don't see it coming back round.
Now Joe Root is class. I think he's better than Kane Williamson.
Well, who else was going for Harry Brook?
James, just give us that laptop. Is that?
We've got Rajasthan Royals that we're going for him.
He's a bit of a. He also alters the off spin. He's a good T20 off spin.
That's the thing. I think that's.
Oh, unsold.
Root's unsold. Might seem later in the day though.
That's
poor
made me sad. That's
To be
made me
honest,
sad.
I can see Root being the sort of person who people might have in the back of their minds, and if they don't manage to get a play they want, when it comes back round, just a cheap 1 crore buy. But 1 crore's expensive, isn't it? For a player who's not naturally, like he's not in the England 2020 side, even though people argue he should be.
Yeah, I mean, 1 crore for us is expensive because that's what £100,000 pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a shame to see it, but I think he will get picked up on the second way round.
I don't think people are necessarily looking for that player who can bat the whole innings, because we've seen it fail with the likes of Steve Smith. Virat Kohli has been, and KL Rahul as well. They've been under some fire for not scoring quick enough in 2020 matches, and Joe Root might have the same thing. Kane Williamson as well. There's lots of those sorts of players. So yeah, and I think Rousseau's also unsold.
Which I mean,
it's surprising.
if Riley Rousseau's going unsold, then Joe Root needn't feel too bad.
Yeah, but he was 2 crore. Like, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
The big batsmen have gone really.
And I think people now that the exciting stuff's happened, like realistically, it was Agarwal and Brook, as it turns out, that are the most exciting. So I think people are waiting for set 2 because.
To be fair, set 2 is going to be big money, I think.
Set 2 is going to be huge. Who do you think is going to be the most expensive? Come on, boys. We need a prediction. Most expensive.
Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes.
Yeah.
Sam Curran.
How much do you think Sam Curran's going for? Do you want to go, Mike?
I reckon Sam Curran's gonna. To be fair, I don't know if you'll argue Harry Brook though. I think Sam Curran could get easily 12 crore. Will we see somebody go for 15 crore for the first time in the IPL?
Yes.
Wait,
Well,
15?
No, 17.
Yeah.
Oh,
17 crore. That's £2 million.
That's not bad. That's an all right Christmas present.
Yeah.
That's an all right Christmas present.
Everyone's saying we should have gone for Rousseau. We being Royal Challengers Bangalore.
I think it would have been a very good shout for them.
Yeah.
But saying that, they've already got some good top order overseas. They've got Finn Allen and they've got Faf du Plessis.
Ooh. In other news, Shreyas Iyer's out. 87 LBW for Shakib Al Hassan. Shakib Al Hassan, he's a option
He is definitely an option. I dislike him
because of some of the videos.
because of his attitude.
He's kicked some stumps down.
Kicking stumps, throwing stumps, generally just endangering umpires via stumps.
Yeah. If anyone
that's
was
the
to
funny
punch an
guy.
umpire,
Yeah,
maybe
but
Shakib Al Hassan.
I wouldn't. I think he's a good player. I don't think he's that explosive with the bat. anymore, and I think he's a talented left-arm spinner. However, I would rather get somebody that I like, such as Sikandar Raza. I'd much rather have the Zimbabwean Narain.
Yeah.
All right, Aman Powell reckons that Sam Curran is going to go to CSK. Raj reckons Stokes is going to be the most expensive. And Uni Narayanan says, yeah, Rajasthan Royals is mad. But, you know, they drove the price up, I guess. So that's put a big old dent in Sunrisers' lineup. Now, Benji, we will see this spreadsheet at some point.
Yeah, we've got a bit to do. I'm just filling in my own soul for my first round.
Yeah.
I've also incorrectly. Incorrectly. I've got some data errors in here. But yeah, we'll
data errors.
We'll be back very, very, very soon.
I think Sunrisers had to go all out in this opening round to get those batsmen, because that's what they need is batsmen. They've got good bowling. They've got all right all-rounders in Janssen, Washington Sundar, Markram as well. He's handy with the ball. So it's just getting those batsmen, and they've got two solid options.
Quick question, boys. Why do we have more laptops than
people.
some of the analysts at the tables?
This is the thing. We are big. This is IPL.
When we buy a franchise, right? The cricket nerds, rising stars.
So in other words, subscribe to us, like all our videos, share us with all your friends, share us with all of India, so that we get enough money to buy an IPL.
If we can get enough money, we will buy an IPL team, and also we will put it up to a poll on a live stream as to who we buy every auction.
Wow!
Whoa.
Imagine the Deccan cricket nerds.
The Deccan cricket nerds.
So what is the thinking then, boys? What do you reckon? What's the thinking behind Joe Root being unsold? Why do you think Delhi didn't, left him out, didn't go for it?
I reckon it's purely because there are too many of that sort of player already in, and teams aren't looking for that. I just can't, if you look now Super Giants, they've got KL Rahul, he plays that anchor role. RCB, you've got Duplessis and Kohli to play that anchor role. Punjab Kings, you've got, they don't play the anchor role.
We're getting to get some anchors, all right?
CSK have about 23 anchors.
Yeah.
So I don't think a team. I don't think Joe Root fits any team, given they've already got those places full. Because CSK, Mumbai, Gujarat, they've already got lots of batsmen.
And also thinking about especially Delhi, because they're the one that we thought he could go to, or either at least anyway. I'm not sure where he fits into that top order.
No.
Because you've already got the top three of Warner, Shaw and Marsh. And after that you can sort of get into... And then after that you get Pant. And then you're almost at Rothman Powell. So by that point, actually, where's Root fitting in that top order for Delhi? He's not, is he? So yeah, that's the one area.
I think Root would have been a good pick for Gujarat, but they've obviously got Kane Williamson now.
Yeah.
I think it was kind of luck of the draw as to who they picked up first, because is Kane Williamson any better? He's probably a better captain.
He's got the IPL experience.
He's got IPL experience.
So Rikan Patel, of course, Rahane went to CSK. Lol. Yes, thanks. Got to keep recruiting veterans to keep the average age up. Yes, really running it in.
I like this.
Sunrisers Hyderabad Steel Mayank is too good of a deal. James, good news. SRH has exhausted a lot of money from Look Who's Watching. Rikan Patel thinks that Root will be picked up in the accelerated rounds. Team cautious currently as usual. I think that's true. We saw a lot of players go in the accelerated rounds last year. We saw Alex Hales go last year. We saw Rassi van der Dussen go in that time last year. So there are some world class players who do go during that time. So yeah, I think that might be good.
I just think 2 crore is a lot for a backup player. The one team who I can see picking up Joe Root would be Kolkata Knight Riders for cheap, because they don't really have an overseas top order batsman. They've got Ramanullah Gurbaz.
Easy for you to say.
but I would say Joe Root would be my team over Gurbaz every day of the week.
Yeah. Ben Stokes on Twitter. Brookie lad.
So Ben Stokes is obviously watching this auction.
Yeah.
So if everyone just sends a tweet out with the link to this live stream to Ben Stokes, see if we can get him on.
Yeah, do it, guys.
He can be our 4th viewer.
We'll send send the link to Ben Stokes, all right, and we'll have a little chat with him.
Yeah.
That's it. We'll get him on the pod. But yeah, we need everyone to tweet Ben Stokes. At Ben Stokes is the way to do it.
Anyway, boys, the next set we've got Sam Curran, Ben Stokes, Cameron Green, Jason Holder, Shakib Al Hassan, James's favourite Odeon Smith, and Sikander Raza.
Right, you know what? For the record, okay, I'd like to
You
make it
hate
known.
Odeon
I
Smith.
don't hate Odeon Smith at all. Okay, I think
He's your favourite player?
I think he's got potential. I think releasing him was the absolute right decision. I think he is. Let's call him a diamond in the rough. He's very unrefined. If you watch his batting style and his batting technique, it's very one-dimensional. I'm going to say he's trying to hit you back over your head in a kind of just get the left foot out of the way and swing for the hills. So he gets a lot of power in his shots. However, he doesn't really middle it that often, which means that even though he's absolutely massive, he doesn't actually get that much distance on his sixes a lot of the time. Like if he middles it, it'll go for 120 metres. But because he doesn't middle them that much, it means we see him get caught on the boundary quite a lot.
Yeah.
And we saw that last season. You remember that opening match against RCB where Odeon actually won it for us? I think it was his very first 6 that he hit. It was dropped over the boundary, and realistically, that was
we should have won.
That was
game.
the warning sign.
Yeah.
Because that was it was a sign of things to come. That actually his technique is not good enough. He doesn't hit reliably.
No.
He kind of looks like me if I tried to swing for the hills.
Yeah.
In terms of like, it's not a good look.
No.
You're toe ending them. You end up getting these sprays out over extra cover, but they're not controlled.
Like my golf shots.
Like your golf shot, like your drivers. Okay. He slices them.
Okay, so Mugarushan says, how much will the other England batter Phil Salt get? What do you think to that, boys?
I reckon he could do all right. I don't think he'll get much. I think he'll be close to base price, but I think he could get picked up because he is explosive and he is relatively consistent. Somebody I think could be really good is Ben Duckett. But yeah, what do you think?
Phil Salt is an unsold for me. I just don't think franchises are going to pick him up. He is I reckon the other team that I can see picking up an overseas hitter is an overseas top order batter is Kolkata Knight Riders. That's the only team that I can see doing that.
I think they need to as well.
Well, yeah. Punjab Kings, I think they're sorted because Shikhar Dhawan and Johnny Bairstow make a good opening partnership, I reckon. And that's good for them. Shakib Al Hassan, unsold.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's the right call. He
KKR,
could always get picked up on the way back, but I don't think anybody needs him.
Sorry, Aman Pal, RCB not got Shakib.
Yeah.
Sad times.
Oh, Rickon, you can shut up. Imagine if Punjab buys Odeon back for cheaper, lol. Rickon just on here to troll. That's all
He is, that's why it's here.
That's his purpose.
Also, I just want to pick up what Aman Pal said. Amit Mishra qualifies for the age criteria in CSK and bringing the average up. Can we just stop roasting CSK, please?
That's the best thing I've heard all day.
Legend.
Yeah. I'm now interested to look at other players who do that.
At this rate, we'll be saying that you want Kapil Dev back.
Do you think Wasim Jaffa still plays?
Right.
You know what? He is the batting coach for Punjab, but I reckon he'd be up for swinging by CSK for the odd game because He might be too young.
Sam Curran.
already
Here we
is
go. This is big.
Already
Oh.
at 6 crore.
My goodness.
Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers
Oh,
Bangalore.
they're going back and forth for it.
This is going to be pretty special.
Imagine if Mumbai Indians get Sam Curran. Their team is just ridiculous
They're,
already.
they're doing Mumbai Indians Cape Town again, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to go for Odeon as well?
Stubbs, Brevis, David, Archer, Berendorf. Add Sam Curran. That is a roster
That's-
of overseas players that you just...
That's
they
gonna-
would be first choice in any of the team.
And they're going to keep them for the next 6 years as well.
True.
Like that's what Mumbai do really well. If you think about how they built that core last sort of rotation, and they had they had like their main core of Indian batsmen, which was they had Rohit, Kishan,
Yeah.
Suryakumar Yadav, and then like their overseas Karan Pollard and the like.
Well, they're the opposite of Chennai Super Kings in a lot of ways in terms of they're looking to the future, whereas Chennai were criticised for not doing so a few seasons ago. 10 crore already, Rajasthan Royals
That's ridiculous,
in the
isn't it?
lead.
Now,
Of course, Rajasthan will be going for Sam Curran.
Yeah.
We all saw that coming.
notably, no Punjab. Now, I think this could spell two things. Either
They're happy with Harpreet Brar.
shut up. Either they're looking for just a very they've got a very clear mindset in their auction. Like they know what they're looking for already. They're like, right, we're going for Stokes or we're going for Cam Green, and like they just know what they're doing and that's what they're going to do. Or they're waiting for it to get up stupidly high, so they can be swoopers and just come in and be like, oh yeah, 20 crore, bargain.
Yeah. But I think you can see. Oh, it'd be so good if like going once, going twice, Punjab Kings just raises the paddle 26 crores.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to be.
There we go. Mumbai are in the fray as well.
The thing is, none of us want Mumbai to buy Sam Curran. Like, Mumbai are just the worst.
Right, we've got a message from Sam Turton, legend of the game. Hello, hopefully not missed too much KKR craziness. You have not missed any KKR craziness.
There's been no KKR craziness to report at all.
Yeah.
I can imagine KKR not doing any bids, waiting for the other teams to have all finished, and then they'll just snap up whoever they want. Just pick from the rest. Because
Rajasthan Royals, absolute legends of the game, going for Sam for 12 crore, and they've only got 13 to play with. You gotta love it.
Chennai Super Kings are now in. Mumbai Indians out. Crazy.
Yes, CSK. This is what we want to see. I've just lost my spreadsheet, so I'll
Benji's
gone
lost
for a
his spreadsheet. I've still got my spreadsheet. It's just not as detailed as Benji's.
Yeah, well, Benji's got pivot tables in his, so.
That's the thing. I realised that I couldn't pivot table properly in Google Sheets.
Alright, this is not interesting.
So I had to quickly rethink my plan.
Come on.
Is this looking like it's a CSK victory for Sam Curran?
I would be set. I mean, he's been there before. He knows the franchise. He's got good relationships with them. MS Dhoni loves Sam Curran.
Yeah,
That's what we know.
I've heard very unreputable from very unreputable sources and unreliable sources via things like Instagram that apparently MS Dhoni sees Curran as a future captain
Interesting.
for Chennai, which wouldn't that be a nice? That'd be a nice aesthetic, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It would. To be fair, I think Sam Curran could do it as well. He's just
Here we go. Punjab, swooping swoopers. Like I said,
Oh, I mean, he's been at Punjab before. I remember he was at Kings 11 back in the day.
he got
So
a hat trick.
Oh yeah.
That was a very good game.
I'm,
We were the first ones to pick him up. We paid like 8 point something crore for him.
people are set on the fact that Sunrisers Hyderabad are going to start bidding as well, which seems strange. because their bowling's already very good.
And they've got bowling all round
And they've
as well,
got
haven't they?
Marco Jansen in there as well, who's a good bowling all-rounder. So I don't see them going for Sam Curran. I don't think he fits.
I think they've got Jansen and they've got Washington Sundar,
Mm.
both bowling all rounders.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with you.
I
Back online,
reckon,
boys.
I reckon Sunrisers Hyderabad have got a bit of a steal for Agarwal because he also fits their captaincy, given they don't have one.
Yeah.
So
We're getting into some crazy numbers now. On the chat saying 15. Our feed's a little delayed, but we'll take your word for it. James Lowell, you were so right. Yes, against Delhi, hat-trick. Look who's watching. You're swiftly turning into my favourite subscriber.
he's
Ooh.
watching. That's
He is watching.
Yes, live from Switzerland. Legend.
Yeah.
Where are the rest of you guys? Drop where you're from. Not too detailed, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to come and find you, but you know,
Here's your address.
yeah, like give us a 100-mile radius, okay?
15.75 Lucknow Supergiants.
Oh, LSK coming in.
Blimey.
LSG.
LSG, that's true. So,
Because yeah, you're right. They haven't got Holder.
right. So, Shakib Hassan unsold. So I've actually not missed that much in this, but there we go.
Well, when you look at Lucknow Supergiants team, they are missing fast bowlers. They've got Marcus Stoinis and Avesh Khan. They've got a few others, but they're not. Like, I've got Mayank Yadav. I think he's a spinner. I'm not too familiar with Mayank Yadav.
Mayank Mankade.
They've got Kyle Mayers. He can bowl a bit of 60 mile per hour dibbly dobblers.
It does the job though, doesn't
Nick a
it?
few off.
It does the job.
Yeah.
James, I'm sending you a new link to the spreadsheet.
Oh, here you go. Alti, Curran for captain.
No.
There we go.
Love that.
There's a man who knows what he's talking about.
Captain Curran.
Yeah.
Right, so Sam Curran
There we go.
has fetched the highest ever bid price at an IPL law auction, 16.5 crore. Sam
my
Curran has
goodness.
fetched the highest ever bid, and Mumbai Indians are back in the bidding, which we hate to see.
I don't mind. If Mumbai get Curran, then it'll make it more
70
enjoyable
crore.
when they don't win. 70 crore, that's 2
17
million
and a half
pounds.
crore.
My goodness. Yeah, no,
Sam Curran is a rich man.
he's a very rich man now. This is something pretty
What
special.
a time to have a great 2020 World Cup.
Yeah, tell you what. Yeah, I mean it was the same as when Cam Green did really well in that bilateral against India. Everybody was just like, "Well done, mate. Quid's in."
Yeah. Well, no one's going for the West Indians.
18
It used to be
crore.
the West Indians, but yeah,
It's good.
West Indies
Sold
they've
players.
dropped off a bit, haven't they?
yeah.
They've gone off the boil.
All the England players.
Mm.
When will Sunrisers join? That's what everyone's saying. When will Sunrisers join?
I don't think they will. I think it's not. They've already spent big. They've got their batters. They don't need much more.
Benjamin Banks. Where can we watch? So
Here.
you can, you can watch us talk about it. But if that isn't quite cutting the mustard, I believe it is. If you are in India, it is being live streamed for free on Geo Cinema.
He's
If
gone.
you're a Geo
Punjab
customer.
Kings have got Sam Curran for 18.5 crore.
Oh!
Wow, big moment, very big.
Well, he's a better version of Odean Smith, isn't he? Really?
He's the rich man's Odean Smith. 18 crore.
18.5.
I mean, that's over half of Punjab's crore, but I'm gutted.
Oh, look at him.
He's joined England.
Yeah, he has joined the England B
Punjab,
squad.
England.
We've also got Trevor Bayliss as the coach. So all we're missing is what I really want to see is Owen Morgan come in as a like a team mentor, and then I think we've got the England B team that also has like Arshdeep Singh,
Yeah.
So Sam
like
Curran,
some Jitesh Sharma, some
Sam
brilliant
Curran
players.
has just gone for $2.25 million US. That's a lot of money.
When you look
Merry
at
Christmas.
when you look at Sam Curran's IPL journey, he started off with the
Titans,
Kings.
Odean Smith, base price 50 lakh, gone.
Titans are doing well with these, just getting someone moving on. But yeah, he started off with the Punjab Kings, then he went to the Chennai Super Kings, and then he's back at Punjab Kings.
Look, you don't need. Right, we don't pretend. Okay, there's no such thing as a super king. A king is the top. All right. If you want to be better, call yourself an emperor. But super king, you're just trying hard.
Punjab Emperors.
Punjab emperors.
Sikandar Raza's in the bid.
Right. I don't want any curses. So Shail Jananjar, he said, "Imagine if Curran flops now." No, thank you. We'll have none of that.
This is crazy. Sam Curran, big man.
Leave a like for Sam Curran.
Was it Gujarat Titans got Odin Smith, didn't they?
They did.
I'm surprised about that.
So it's basically a like for like with Dominic Drake's.
Yeah, I think so.
That West Indian.
Sikandar Raza, Punjab Kings. Raza comes in 50 lakhs base price. Kings pick him up.
I like that. Didn't I say? You know, if you rewind, at some point I said I'd rather we have the Zimbabwean Narain than Shakib Al Hassan.
But do you think he's like a replacement for Liam Livingstone if he gets injured? Or he's like a Harpreet Brar sort of...
No, Livingston's way better.
Well, yeah, but also Livingstone is a bit injury prone.
He is, yeah.
So I think that's a good shout. Oh, we've got an offering of cookies here. This is pretty special. Thank you very much.
Right, the pivot table is starting.
Right, cookie to celebrate purchase of Sam Curran
Shut up.
at Punjab. Cheers.
Not playing.
You're so salty about this.
I am,
Yeah, buddy. Have yourself a cookie.
You were like certain he was going to Chennai.
It really got my hopes up. I really had my hopes up. I was like, he's going to come back to Chennai. He likes it there. No, I'm gutted. Chennai currently only picked up Njinka Rahane.
And maybe Jason Holder, who's also quite old.
To be fair, I'm not mad about Jason Holder. Jason Holder played for Barbados Royals in the CPL.
Jason Holder's brilliant.
He isn't that old, he's only just over 30, 31.
Do you remember how good a bowler Jason Holder was last season?
He's a great player.
Honestly, if Punjab had bought him, I'd have been happy. I think he's absolutely class.
Yeah, that's good.
He's never been... People categorise him as just a plain old all-rounder, and I really don't think he's that. He's a bowling all-rounder. He can swing a long-handled bat. He's not on mug with the bat, but he's definitely not a batter. Like, him being in the test side, whenever that happens, and batting him at like 6, no, he's not that. I think he's a number 8 and a very good one. That's my opinion. Alti, love watching the show, guys. My wife is even watching. Merry Christmas to you both. Gurjot Singh, I told you earlier, Punjab Kings love English players, hence proved. And Gurjot, you love English players too, because I know you're a Punjab fan. Yeah, that's pretty mental. 18.5 crore for Sam Curran.
CSK going back for Holder now. But they've got Pretorius, who's very much that bowling all-rounder, hit the ball a long way sort of player. So I don't necessarily think they need another one.
I don't know. I think Jason Holder really offers a point of difference though, doesn't he? Because he is like 2 meters tall, and that bounce that he gets, I just think he was a really, really good asset for Lucknow. But Lucknow are obviously in need for an all-rounder. And I think they could go very hard for Stokes now.
Whereas Chennai, they're looking for that experienced bowling option because they don't have any. They've not got any experienced other than Deepak Chahar. He's the only one there because they've got Deshpande and Chowdhury, who did all right last year. But you definitely missed Chahar last year, didn't you?
I think so. I think Deepak Chahar also is a big part of the CSK budget as well. Him being back in the side is going to be really great. Rajasthan Royals back in with 5.25 crore for Holder now.
Also, the Indian collapse continues.
Oh no, Ashwin's
LBW,
gone. Shakib taking wickets, so the fact that he went unsold. There you go, interesting things.
How dare I go unsold?
That's what he's doing. He's saying, how dare I go unsold? No, he's going to bowl India out for. I mean, to be fair, India already have a lead, don't they? Average age gone up even more, lol. Thanks, Rickon. CSK want Holder now with Curran gone. Look who's watching agrees with you, James, that he is a bowling all-rounder, yes. And look who's watching. Who is buying Stokes? What do you think? I think at this rate, Rajasthan will try but won't be able to afford him. And I think we'll see big money Sunrisers.
Really?
I think we could, but I think that we'll see Lucknow Super Giants take him. We already know that the owners of Lucknow are huge Ben Stokes fans.
Holder's gone, by the way. Rajasthan Royals.
Oh, there we go. Unlucky Chennai, but I think that's a great purchase from anybody that gets him.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah, you're still salty from Curran, but I think Stokes will probably go to Lucknow. That's my prediction. I don't think he'll go for quite the dizzying heights that we saw Curran go for, but so I'm going to revise my prediction. I did say 17 to Punjab, but now I'm thinking 16 to Lucknow. That's my call.
Holder,
what do you guys think? Let's know.
Jason Holder to RR.
RCB opened the bid for Cameron Green. Ooh. Whereas Mumbai...
Yeah, Green, I think... So, in this set, we've now only got Ben Stokes and Cameron Green left to go. Cameron Green does strike me as a bit of a RCB type of player.
Well, I'm happy with Cameron Green. We do have a few Aussies in there, but I don't think we need him. Because we need replacement overseas players at this point. I don't think we need a solid overseas spot. Because when you look at our bowling, Josh Hazelwood is our main overseas bowler. David Willey's the backup. Hasarangla's our main overseas leg spinner. And we've got Khan Sharma, he's a bit of a backup. And Shabazz Ahmed as well. Glenn Maxwell, he should be ready for the IPL, so that's sorted. And then Allen's our replacement batter. So we're looking for maybe a spin bowling all-rounder. Maybe like a Rahan Ahmed. Someone like that who can be that replacement. Because you've got to look to the future for this, don't you? You've got to pick younger players, unless you're Chennai. There we go. Delhi Capitals interested in Cameron Green.
Interesting.
You know what? I completely get that. I think that's an excellent decision from them because we think
Warner.
they've currently got Mitch Marsh, who is
he's got glass ankle, hasn't
he's
he?
made of glass, and it'll be a perfect replacement for him because he bats in the top order and he bowls very well. So, yeah, makes sense for me. If I was Delhi, I'd be going pretty hard for Cam Green right now. And also, he's an Aussie. And if Punjab are England B team, Delhi are Australia B team. You know, Ricky Ponting as coach and all that.
They weren't for a long time, but they are now, aren't they? They weren't for a long time because for a long time they were South Africa B team.
Yeah.
But now, we can definitely see that. I mean, I still think that Ngidi and Norkir will be the two overseas bowlers. So we'll probably see, Warner, Marsh, Ngidi and Norkir as the overseas core for Delhi. But, I expect Cameron Green can be someone who backs them up a bit. But Mumbai Indians... are going for Green, and it has now powered to 15 crore for Cam Green. 15 crore for Cam Green, Mumbai Indians with the bid.
I can see Mumbai Indians going for a Cam Green or a Ben Stokes because they need that top order batting, but also if someone can provide that bowling. Like I feel like Marcus Stoinis would fit in well at Mumbai Indians. I know he's already out of franchise, but it's that overseas batsman who can bat in the top 5, also provide some pace bowling options because they've got Stubbs and Brevis who are out and out batsmen, and they've got Tim David who is a bit of a bowler, he's not a big bowler, and they're 3 overseas batters, so they're gonna, and they have over 20 crore to use, so I can see them going for a Cameron Green or a Ben Stokes.
England have named their test squad for South Africa, 15-man test squad. Matt Potts is back in.
Are they playing in South Africa test matches?
Yeah. No, sorry, for New Zealand, sorry.
I was going to say, there's ODIs and stuff.
Well, Potts is more of that.
Is tough luck, Sam. There's a so Chennai IPL have tweeted a picture of Sam Curran in his Chennai Super Kings outfit,
He
saying
looked about
tough luck,
about
Sam.
5 on that picture.
Yeah, they've
Honestly.
edited it, obviously.
Honestly, how can they do that to us? Sam Green, Cam
17
Green,
crore.
17 crore. This is a big auction so far. Come on, Greeny.
Again, he's another one for the future, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm glad Punjab haven't gone for him, personally, because I just think he's less tested. But he's... When you are billed as, like, the all-rounder that Australia have been searching for 20 years, you're going to be pretty good. And that's kind of where it gets to.
Uni Narayan, I think Stokes and Mumbai Indians. I can't help but agree with you. I think he's going to go to the Mumbai Indians, which would be huge.
That would
I
be
can
huge.
see that.
Now,
That's the winning bid.
Mumbai, oh, well, there we go.
17 and a half
I'll take
crore.
it back. Mumbai now don't have enough money to pay for Stokes.
Yep.
So,
it's Lucknow are going for Stokes. I'm telling you right now. I love mini auctions because the money is just ridiculous.
yeah, it is ridiculous.
Now, looking at Punjab, and I want you guys in the chat to do this as well. Write down what you think your franchise still needs. So get an 11 together, maybe a 12 because of this sub rule, and write down who you think your franchise needs to go for. So I'm looking at Punjab and I'm thinking we still need a number 3 because I've got Darwin and Bairstow opening. So potentially in number 3 could be Manish Pandey or an uncapped Indian or even Raj Bauer. So we've already got one.
Okay, Ben Stokes.
And then I'm looking at a number 8 potentially.
Ben Stokes into the auction.
He's the one we're watching.
Rajasthan Royals raise the paddle immediately because he's a captain candidate, and RCB straight away competing against Rajasthan Royals for Ben Stokes.
Wow.
So it's RCB versus Rajasthan Royals so far. But again, this is the IPL auction. We know how quickly these things can change. So this isn't to say it's going to go to either of those sides, but this is exciting. This is going to be potentially. Do we think this is going to be the biggest set of all time in the IPL auction?
Yes.
Yes.
I think surely it
must
already
be
is.
already, yeah.
18.5 and 17. That's
I think Stokes to end up to Mumbai Indians, breaking records, ridiculous. Green's basically the next Jameson, huge money. The chat's kicking off. Look at this, Ben Stokes. Here it comes.
Kushal is a fellow CSK supporter.
Go CSK for Stokes.
Nice.
Yes, come on CSK.
Aman Pal is an RCB fan, and he really wants Stokes right now.
Ben Stokes
I
shouldn't
want
be going for
Stokes.
more than 15 crore according to Look Who's Watching. I need to charge my laptop.
He's going to go for a few.
Yeah, but we're already up to 7 crore, and that is luck now that have dragged him up.
Well, look now. Don't necessarily need Stokes because they've got Marcus. Well, they do. I don't see Stokes doing much bowling in the IPL. I see him bowling maybe 2-3 overs a game.
Yeah, but that's
He won't. He's not going to bowl your full quota, and I think Lucknow Supergiants need bowlers who are going to bowl you 4 overs a game. They need one of those.
All right. Let's write up what we think their 11's going to be then, because
Well, we've got Quinton de Kock and Kara Hall opening.
Yeah.
Marcus Stoinis 3.
No.
4.
I
Or
don't
Deepak Huda.
think you have Stoinis that high up the order.
I don't think
Okay.
it's that high.
I think you have Stoinis 5 or 6
I agree with
as a
you.
finisher because that's his role for Australia.
Fair enough.
And I know he opens in the Big Bash sometimes,
Yeah.
but I really think his best role. I mean, look at the size of the man.
Yeah.
I
Rick
think a
Patel.
5 or a 6
I
is perfect.
prefer
for
him
him.
up the order.
Rick and Patel don't want Stokes. Someone take the paddle from them. Kushal, I'm a CSK fan. Yes, repping CSK. Thank you very much. LSG, as you said, James, they're in.
I don't think Royal Challengers will be able to afford Stokes. I think there are only a couple teams who can. But yeah, looking at the squads, Mumbai have now got their big all-rounder. Punjab Kings have their big all-rounder in Curran. So yeah, I don't think I think Sunrisers Hyderabad potentially might go for Stokes at some point. I can see them bidding. Join Brook with them. Yeah. But looking at the bowling, because that's what we're going to come to after this all-rounders. I can see, or is it wicketkeeper batsman? I can't remember.
I believe it's wicket keepers, but I'll have to check.
I think on the bowling front, a lot of teams are set, except for Lucknow Super Giants, and then also I think Chennai are missing some experience in their bowling, which is weird when we think about Chennai being an experienced team. Do you think Danny Morrison played for Chennai?
For the beerest of magic.
No, that's someone else.
No, who's that?
That's the other.
Yeah,
That's the other one.
Danny Morrison's the. Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
Dre Ross hit that at the park.
Ugh.
Apologies to everybody on the stream that has to
Apologies
listen to that.
to everyone in the whole world.
Immediate regrets.
Ooh.
Yeah, so after this all-rounder set, we have wicket keepers that includes Tom Banton, Lytton Das, Heinrich Klaassen, Kusal Mendis, Nick Pooran, and Phil Salt.
It's a lot of unsolds. It's a lot. Of unsolds.
I reckon we're looking at a few unsolds. I think Nicky P will go for money because the T10 falls perfectly before the IPL auction for him, and it is the format that he is the absolute best at.
Stokes is old now. Dad's army wants him.
I think you're taking this personally, but
Ben Stokes in CSK. Ben Stokes in CSK, that could be huge.
Ben Stokes has
Sold.
to CSK for 16.25 crore.
Go on then.
Well, to be
Wow.
fair, they captaincy.
that's
New CSK captain.
wow.
Benjamin.
That's a nice optic. I
Andrew
think
Stokes.
yeah, we're looking at Ben Stokes. We've got Moeen Ali, we've got Devon Conway, and we've got Ruturaj
Mitch
Dicod.
Santner.
That's their top four, isn't it?
I'm just trying to think how we fit him then into the setup.
I think Moeen will bat four. So-
3 or 4, yeah, because I think this is why CSK picked Banjinka Rahane. Because now I'm thinking now that Rahane will open with Gaikwad.
Oh, horrible. Why would you play Rahane?
Well, yeah, but or Ben Stokes would
Why
open.
would you?
Yeah, I actually.
Stokes
That's the right
Stokes
call.
and Gaikwad 1 and 2, 3 with Moeen Ali, 4 potentially number 4 could be
Jadeja or Dhoni.
Yeah, or all 4 could be Conway, 5 Dubé, 6 Jadeja, 7 Dhoni, and then we've got one more overseas spot, which would be Thikshana, and then that just means that there's a few Indian bowlers that CSK need to pick up. So, you know, Deepak Chahar will be instrumental. Deepak Chahar, and then he had such a great IPL last year, but Mukesh Chowdhury as well. Which means that really CSK just need one more Indian fast bowler, and actually could have a very good side here.
So, just to recap for those that missed it, Ben Stokes sold to Chennai Super Kings for 16.25 crore.
Most expensive player
For
that
CSK.
CSK have ever purchased.
What's interesting is that Stokes replaces Dwayne Bravo, which is a good replacement in that he's all right with the ball and he can hit the ball a long way. Also, what we're seeing is Stokes at the same franchise as MS Dhoni. We could have the 2 best finishers in cricket history having to finish a game for their franchise, and they're batting together.
I like that. 2 best finishers and 2 of the greatest captains.
Yes.
Obviously, it's.
Ben Stokes is a limited
I was
pool,
going to say,
yeah.
I can't quite put Ben Stokes in the same echelon as MS Dhoni, because Dhoni is the greatest captain that there's ever been, in my humble opinion. However, Stokes, he's on his heels. You know, he's had a promising start. So, yeah, pretty special. So some huge purchases so far. So yeah, we've had Ben Stokes to Chennai for 16.25. We've had Cam Green go to Mumbai Indians for 17.5, and we've had Sam Curran go to Punjab Kings for 18.5 crore. Absolutely mental money. Definitely the highest set that there's ever been.
So 83 crore has been spent so far this
Wow.
auction.
Wow.
Right, lads, I'm gonna have to leave.
Right, it's been an honour.
It has. I hope you enjoy the rest of the auction. See you later. Well done.
Yeah, so it'll be me and Benji for the remainder of this live stream. Zach he can't handle the excitement, so he needs to go and just He needs to have a nap.
I do.
Say goodbye to Zach.
I don't know.
Show your love in the chat, everybody.
Good job. Nice one. Right.
Punjab Kings celebrating
Yeah.
with a bit of footage of Johnny Bairstow doing lunges with Sam Curran on his shoulders from the England camp. So, yeah. Oh, Sam Curran, Johnny Bairstow and Liam Livingstone.
Yeah. It's quite big. It's big, isn't it?
That is huge.
That's a great side. Yeah, with all England's players.
And then Kagiso Rabada, obviously. Yeah, we've got... I'm really glad that Sam Curran is the most expensive purchase we've ever made now, because do you want to tell me who the previous most expensive was? Here's a quick quiz.
Who for Punjab?
For Punjab.
Was it Odean Smith?
It was not Odean Smith. Odean Smith was about 8 crore or something.
No, it wasn't. Okay, what year?
I believe this was 2021. Most expensive purchase ever for Punjab. Feel free to comment
I know
as well.
you purchased Glenn Maxwell.
We did,
And then had a
but
horrendous year.
yeah, no cheating by the way. You can have a look at the chat.
2021.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We had a couple of flops in 2021.
You did actually. Riley Meredith or
This is the other one.
Riley Meredith, Nathan Ellis.
No. You
No.
were so close.
Hang
Another
on,
Australian
Australian
bowler.
fast bowler.
Yep.
Riley Meredith and who did you buy? Oh, look whose watch is going to beat me to it, isn't he? But Riley Meredith and it wasn't Moyes Enriquez, was it?
No. We did have him that year, but no. It was Jai Richardson.
That was it.
He was the previous
yes.
most expensive purchase from Punjab Kings, and he was not a great shout. So
There you go. So
yeah.
So at the minute, only this is interesting, isn't it? We've only seen purchases from 6 teams so far. So there are 4 teams that are, yet to come in with a purchase in this year's IPL. What do you sort of think about that? So we've not seen Lucknow yet seal a deal. We've not seen KKR. I mean, but again, we're expecting KKR to come later, aren't we? Because KKR do have, less budget.
Mm.
Who do we think they're going to be targeting? Who do we think KKR, Lucknow, Delhi are going to be targeting? Because they've tried, haven't they? But then they've been thwarted by the teams with bigger purses.
Yeah, I think we're going to see KKR go for some top order bats. I think it depends if Venkatesh Iyer is in good form again.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be what it hinges on. He was obviously really good for them at one point, and then really went off the boil. So I think if he comes back into form, that could be massive for them, and that will solve a lot of their top order problems. But yeah, I think it'll be. I'm just going to have a look at who I suggested on our Instagram, which you should definitely check out at Cricket Nerds Pod.
Good plug.
So the 3 players that I thought KKR might target was Phil Salt.
Okay,
That was the overseas batsman that I was thinking of. Cameron Green I also suggested, but obviously they didn't have the money for him at all. And Samarth Vyas, who was really good in the side Mushtaq Ali Trophy.
Nice.
And I don't think we've seen him in the IPL yet, or if we have, I don't think he's played. So I think he's been picked up by a team before, but yeah, we haven't actually seen him.
Okay, DC should have gone for Cam Green hard. Mumbai was so bad, I don't know where he would bat. That's interesting because where is Sam Green going to fit? Because Cam Green, interesting one about Cam Green because he was opening for a bit for Australia instead of David Warner. So do you think we'd see Cam Green at that point of the order? Because once we get down to sort of the 4 and 5, we've got Sky. Like actually, where are we going to see Green fit?
I think we've got to see Green as a lower order batsman because for me, for what I was seeing, Mumbai had a very strong top order.
Yeah.
From memory, because I don't have their 11 right in front of me right now, they were looking at having Rohit and Kishan opening, and then you've got somebody brilliant like either Dewalt Brevis or Tilak Varma at 3.
But do we think
and
Cam
Sky
Green
at 4?
takes over that spot of Devolt Brevis or Tilak Varma?
I mean,
Because
maybe
you've got to
Tilak
think,
Varma at 5 then.
You've got to think with them actually. Does this now mean that Tilak Varma doesn't get a spot?
No,
So
because Tilak Varma's Indian.
that is true, but yes, maybe Devolt Brevis does get a spot then, because now we can see Rohit and Ishan Kishan. I think that's nailed on, and then maybe we'll see someone like Cam Green at 3, Sky at 4, and then Tim David. Now that they've released Karen Pollard, Mumbai Indians have got that extra spot in that number 6 slot.
They've also replaced. Well, I think Cam Green.
Well, is he a replacement for Pollard?
He's almost like for Pollard, because there was that part-time right arm medium, which I'd say the bowling has increased there. Certainly the ceiling for the bowling has increased.
That's a great point from Rick Patel. They had Daniel Sams last year that did this exact role, because Daniel Sams did bat at number 3 as well, didn't he? So Daniel Sams could fit in there. Bring in someone like Cam Green, Tim David, because I think we should see Tim David in that number 5 or 6 spot, and then we're in sort of the all-rounders and bowlers.
Yeah.
I mean, the squad for Mumbai now, Tristan Stubbs in there as well, Jason Behrendorff in there. So maybe we see Jason Behrendorff spearheading that pace attack. They spent enough money on him anyway to do that.
Yeah.
And then you've got the likes of Bumrah and Jofra Archer in there as well if he's there. So what would be an ideal world for Mumbai? Who would the overseas be? Like, I'm sort of thinking it being Cameron Green, Jason Behrendorff, Jofra Archer and Tim David. Those 4. And then, as you say, Tilak Varma can get in there because you've got his spinning. Maybe we'll see Tilak Varma drop down to sort of like the number 7 type of spot.
Yeah.
Because he does offer a bit with the ball. And then we're into Bumrah, Archer and the rest of the bowlers, which I think, looking at this, they potentially need a good spinner. What do you reckon? I think Mumbai are after a frontline spinner, just looking at their squad now.
I think they are. And now that they've bought so many overseas players, I almost don't think they can go for an overseas spinner. But they released the 2 best current Indian spinners back into the pool, who are Murugan Ashwin and Mayank Markandi. I did mention a player that I can't remember his name now, that did very well in the side Mushtaq Ali Trophy. I think he was number 4 in the wicket takers. So potentially, I mean, this is Mumbai. They have the best scouts, so they could go for an uncapped Indian player as their spinning option. But yeah, the spin is the biggest area they lack at the moment. Somebody I'm really excited to see, who's coming up a bit later on, is what's his name? Shivam Mavi.
Oh yeah,
because I think he could kind of complete that Punjab lineup, because he's very good opening up. We've got 3 of the best death bowlers in the world right now in Rabada, Curran and Arshdeep. So if we can have that super sub player, that impact player as Shivam Mavi, and then when that happens we take out somebody like I don't know, whoever the worst fielder is at the time, then we could look very strong in terms of our bowling.
Yeah. Do you know one thing I really like that Punjab have done is that they're really looking for that replacement now as well. They're really thinking about that this year, and I think the pickup of Sikandar Raza really showed that. Like, you could see that he is a very mature player. Like, he is good. He's great with the bat.
36 as well.
Yeah, he's great with the bat. He's great with the ball. He's got a good cricket head. And Sikandar Raza sits in, as you say, that spot to replace Liam Livingstone. So he's there as a replacement. You've got Banuka Rajapaksa, who can replace Johnny Bairstow if that doesn't work so far. Actually, Punjab Kings are doing all the right things here, and they're looking like they could be a good team on paper, which I feel like I've said that so many times about Punjab Kings. But then something happens when we get into the actual playing, and they just collapse and fall to pieces. And I'm just not sure why they keep doing that every single year.
I think the biggest problem is they've had talented players that we have been untested a lot of the time, and B, we have never quite had a balance in the squad, and I think this impact player rule could help us a hell of a lot because like if I look at who we can bat at number 8. And number 8 is actually a really significant spot in a T20 lineup. It was always considered like a bit of a nothing spot, like number 7, really.
Yeah.
Because they don't face a whole lot of balls, but the attitude that the top order is allowed to have when they've got a solid number 8 is huge. Like the attitude change is different. And if we have somebody like Rahul Chahar or Kagisa Rabada at number 8, I think that makes us slightly weaker.
Yeah.
Whereas if we can have somebody like Rishi Dhawan or Raj Bauer at number 8, who is a stronger batter, or we can have somebody like Prabhsimran Singh come in and just bump that lineup further, so that we have like Shahrukh Khan at 8 even, or 7, and Sam Curran at 8, then it means that we can have the extra bowling. Because that was what we were having to compromise on. We were either going batter heavy and losing out on some bowling and having to play like, Harpreet Brar, who had a terrible tournament last year, or Rishi Dhawan, who he can be useful, but he's not always the best player.
Surely now Punjab have got Curran as that number 8 spot, or do you think he bats higher?
Well, I think I could see him being at number 7, because I think he is a very talented batter.
So just run me through your 11 one more time.
Right, I'm going to try and come up with a 12.
Okay, because looking at this, my thinking for Punjab is I agree, we're going Johnny Bairstow and we're going Shikhar Dhawan to open. I'm not too sure about number 3 at the minute.
Oh, you've got the whole team there.
Yeah, they're all here. I'm not sure about your number 3. That's a spot that was quite nailed on last year, but wasn't sure about this year.
I'm gonna say what I've got so far in terms of a 12.
Yeah.
And I'm missing 2 spots in this. So if you guys can help me out, I'd really appreciate it. I've got Shikhar Dhawan and Johnny Bairstow opening.
Yeah, agree.
I've written down Raj Bauer at number 3.
Interesting.
But obviously it does depend on how he does. His confidence last year was shot to hell when he went out for a golden duck on his debut or something, and he was not very good. He's done pretty well domestically since, but it'd be an interesting one. Liam Livingston 4, Jitesh Sharma at 5.
Yeah.
Shahrukh Khan at 6. Jitesh and Shahrukh could swap round, but I like Jitesh Sharma more. Sam Curran 7. 8, I have blank.
What do you reckon about Harpreet Brar or a Rishi Dhawan in there?
It could be a Rishi or a Harpreet, yeah, that's very true. Rahul Chahar 9, Rabada 10, those two probably swap around, but I don't know. And Arshdeep 11, and then 12 is what I've got blank as well, because obviously we've got this impact player rule now.
So, what have we got so far? There's been some quotes online. Ben Stokes has gone yellow. Trevor Bayliss on Punjab Kings. Very happy to have him on board. This is about Sam Curran. A lot of skills with both bat and ball. We had 2 or 3 rounders in mind. Sam might be lucky he came up first. Ricardo's a bit unknown, but can give... Sikandar Raza's an unknown, but can give it a whack. So he's a backup player for sure. And then Mumbai Indians. Cameron Green is someone we've tracked for 2 to 3 years and think he's exactly what we need. He fits the right age profile, as we've been looking for younger players for a few auctions. So yeah, I think Mumbai are doing all the right things here. They've definitely come in and replaced that Karen Pollard spot. Other news, India have been bowled out.
Oh.
But for 314.
Oh, that's a decent lead.
So they were looking a bit light on runs, but Unadkat and Umesh Yadav came out and gave it a bit of a slap. They both got 14. I mean, Umesh Yadav just slogged for a bit until he got out.
Unadkat's another one actually. He hasn't been picked up. He's available in the auction. He could be an interesting purchase.
So that's what's happened so far. I think that they're still having a break at the minute between the sets.
Yeah.
Because we're coming into the wicket keepers. Come on, RCB, buy someone, or we're going to buy some property with 8 crores. Aman Pal. Yes, indeed.
Right, Benji, how are we looking on the Excel sheet? Because we need to share this at some
Looking
point.
okay. I mean, the thing is, I've not got enough data at this point. It's not looking interesting right yet, but we can have a go. I've sent you the link on WhatsApp.
Right, okay.
To my OneDrive, so you can have a.
We need to.
Yeah, you might have to
go in
just tab
studio
out of
mode.
this. Yeah, so you click the preview side. Just click on the preview side.
Okay.
No, on the screen. No, like on there. Yeah. So you click on that. Yeah, and preview side, and then you just go like that,
Okay, yeah.
and that shows you that. I mean, if I move that, is that going to cause a problem?
No, it'll be fine.
Can you minimise that?
No. But I'll just stick it down here for now.
The thing is, you'll have to just open it up in the link I sent you on WhatsApp, because it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spreadsheet's not looking great so far because I haven't got enough data in there, and there's not enough people that have gone so far. There's not been quite enough sales yet, but I'll do my top 10
Is
now
this
as well.
is this the spreadsheet here, mate?
No, it's you've got a link on WhatsApp.
Okie doke. What do we think of Ben Stokes at Chennai? Because he's just tweeted out just a yellow square.
I'm happy with it, to be honest.
I'd be very happy if I were you.
I think Ben Stokes at Chennai, great pickup. I think, actually thinking about it, as soon as Chennai didn't manage to get Sam Curran, it was definitely the shout to go down, I think, for sure. I'm just creating another one here. So for first name, last name, team, and then I'll do a bit of sold 2, and then do a bit.
Oh goodness, this is a huge spreadsheet. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit this whole thing on.
Yeah, so
Might have to zoom out a bit. Or I don't really know how we're going to navigate this.
Yeah, well, I've got a summary sheet on the other side.
Okay. Oh, is it on squads?
No, pivots.
All right. I'll open that up because that should be a bit better for people watching.
I don't know. Oh, that's how I did the lookups. I forgot about that. Okay, right. Let's just get rid of all of this.
I don't know what's happened here. Sorry if this looks terrible, everybody. Having a few technical issues.
And then I want to just list that. Design. Need to sort this. Top 10. Sort large to smallest. So we've got this coming so far. We've only had 10 players bought so far, so the top 10 is not very interesting, but
Yeah.
Right.
What's the latest on the chat?
I'll have a look at that in a sec. Yeah, just spreadsheeting at the same time. Right, so let's have a look through. So DC could swoop in on DC swoop Puran. Oh, so we might be back on it now at the minute. Yeah, Lytton Das is unsold, so we're actually already in there now for the next set. So cat wicket keepers. So DC would swoop Puran. I think you guys are skipping over how much of a steal Mayank Agarwal can be for Sunrisers Hyderabad. I think that's fine. I think we are really excited about SRH having them. Bring the
That's right, I can do this.
yeah, background to the front if you want. So yeah, Sunrisers are looking great with Mike and Garwell. Curran and Arshdeep, 2 left arm pacers, fantastic. Ben Stokes to open with Ruturaj. I think that's really great. Iron Batman, sorry. Ben Stokes, pace hitter, top of the order, probably CSK captain down the line. Yeah, definitely could happen like that. We are working on the Excel sheet. Look who's watching. Holder for 5.5 crore to Rajasthan is a great buy. I think so too. Like in the past, he's been for upwards of 8 crore. So I think That's great. And RCB should go for Josh Little and Jimmy Neesham. That's a great shout, actually. They could both do that. And Litton Das has gone unsold. So, yeah, that's the latest on the chat that we've got so far. So I'm just going to do.
I hope you can all see that. Okay, this is the spreadsheet as it currently stands. I don't really know what I'm looking at, Benj. Can you talk us through it?
I will. I'm just. So what we've got here is this is the list that's gonna build with time. So over time we're going to see more and more things added to this spreadsheet. So we've got just a list on the left hand side of all the people that have been sold to what team, and it's filtered by team. I've then got a track of the total spend and how many players are in each spend, and that's in this second section here. On your Excel sheet, have you got like autosave turned on? Because for some reason it's not showing my cursor on there.
Right, I'll have a quick look.
And then on our other list we've got a running total of the top 10. So that's what I'm going to do on the other one here. Is we're going to keep looking at the top 10, and we're going to have a look at how much they've paid for them in GBP and in USD.
Don't think it's auto-saving just yet.
To see.
We'll transition back to the.
You need to just keep ever so often.
The original view.
Ever so often you need to keep well it says that you're here now as a guest and you've got the workbook open.
Okay.
So I think you should be able to see updates now.
So we've got Nick Poran. He's currently up to 6.25 crore. So once again, the man's doing very good things for himself. He consistently gets a high price. Like I say, I just think it's it's very well timed for him. The T10, because he's consistently good in the T10. It's his best format because I don't know why it is. It's just he's playing in the UAE, small boundaries, and he's smacking it everywhere from ball one. And I think that's how he plays best by the looks of things. So I'm very good to see Nick Poran getting some money, hopefully doing some good things.
I don't know why this isn't working.
Rahane, Dhoni and Stokes were all at rising Pune Super Giants, Rick and Patel has said. That is a very good point, actually. That's that's interesting.
They were, weren't they? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, and then I want.
So we're currently seeing, wow. Lucknow have gone in. They at 10.25 for Delhi Capitals. So
wow,
Puran's getting another big payday. I don't know if he's worth it. Send in your comments. Send in your comments. Is he worth it? Because for me, I don't know if he is. Yeah, look who's watching. He's poor performances in IPL year by year and still earning loads. It's very true. 12 crores for LSG he's on. I think that's too much for Nick Poran. I don't think he's that good as a player. But there we go. Let me know what you think. I realise it might be a slightly controversial opinion, but yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Can I know where you guys are from? We are from UK, Nottingham.
Right, I need to catch up with
Rick and Patel, poor and stealing bank.
He is stealing bank. That is true. Right. So, what have we got so far in this set? Then let's just recap this set so far, James. Who's gone for what? So, is it just Litton Das has gone unsold?
Yeah. So we've had Litton Das unsold. Couldn't even get picked up for 50 lakh.
Okay.
And on the other hand, we have Nicky P, who's currently on 14 crore bid for Lucknow Super Giants. That's mental.
That is actually. I'm surprised about that. Yeah.
14 crore. That is how much Punjab paid for Jai Richardson that time, which was a horrible decision.
And look now as well with that. That's interesting. Because it's interesting because they don't need a wicket-keeper batter.
No.
You'd have thought.
No,
because they've got Quinton de Kock already, and they've got Kara Hall already. Like, are they just going to fill their teams with wicket-keeper batters?
By the looks of things. And also, I don't know how they balance that team. Look now, believe have it with 16 crore. My goodness.
Wow.
That is obscene. I think that's a horrible decision. Let me know what you guys think. Rika Patel, West Indies tax as always for Pooran. Mugaresan Vivekanandan has said all players should try and go unsold in the big auction and try to perform just for the mini auction. That's very true. That's the best way to get the most money. Yeah, that's from what I can see, most people are agreeing with me that it's not the best decision. Yeah, I don't really understand it.
So Nick Pooran jumps to the 4th most expensive buy of this IPL, which is incredible. Yeah, really. Who'd have thought that? Right, Heinrich Klaassen, base price 1 crore, DC and interesting KKR in there as well.
Okay. To be honest, I think Heinrich Klaassen is very good. I don't think that he'll go for very much money, but thinking about what KKR need, thinking that overseas opening batter and preferably a wicket-keeper batter, he fits the bill perfectly, doesn't he?
Sunrisers are in there for him.
Oh, there we go. Classic Sunrisers. The power that the teams have that have the big purses. They can swoop in whenever they want. They don't care. Look Who's Watching says, don't know much about Klaassen. Right. Well, allow me to enlighten you. Heinrich Klaassen, he's a South African batter. I'll get his stats up, which, I mean, you can obviously do at home if you have Cricinfo. But I believe, he's 31. He's a wicket-keeper batter, so he's experienced. In T20s overall, he averages 28 at a strike rate of 136. In international T20s, that's where he really shines. He averages 24.5 at a strike rate of 146. He's been very good in international matches. I remember him doing very well against England. He did very well in some ODIs against India in October. Got a 74 not out included. He also, the other day, in a first-class match in the South African domestic side, scored 292. So
wow, was that in a first class game?
That was a first-class game. So he's a talented batter.
Yeah.
Rick and Patel said, "I feel bad for I feel bad for Rousseau seeing Klaassen get this much." So Klaassen's gone to Sunrisers for 5.25. Excellent. We've got some not quite a Tapalty moment.
Tapalty Lounge. Right. Aha. So I've just got some. Thank you very much. So some stats here.
Right, what are your stats? So Kuso Mendes goes unsold. Tom Banton, right? He's set his base price at 2 crore, and he scored 83 runs from 6 innings in the 100. So
the thing is, he has been in form in the past. So yeah, it's interesting. Right, so
unsold.
There you go. Well, didn't expect that. So, Sunrisers 5.25 crore for Klaassen. So SRH 525, Banton unsold, and Kusal Mendes unsold. So just Phil Salt left in this set.
Oh, And we have a bid from DC for Phil Salt, so he is at least going somewhere.
So Phil Salt's in the IPL.
Phil Salt is officially
Well
in the
done,
IPL.
Phil Salt. You're in the IPL. Good job, you. Let's see where he gets to. So, DC get him. Base price 2 crore.
I think that's a very good purchase for DC.
That's great. I think Phil Salt's great at that point spot. The thing with DC as well is they might struggle to fit him in. Is my only concern when it comes to Phil Salt. But again, he's a great player, so we I'm sure that there will be a space for him in there. Okay, let's just refresh all the pivot tables. And then I've got this here. So our new top 10 stands. We've now, our top 10 takers in the IPL have sold for a total of over 10 million Great British pounds. It's a lot of money in this so far, isn't it?
It is a lot of money.
And now I want just to do that. Oh no, I don't. Let's do that, and let's do.
Ooh, some scathing words from Sibasish Dutta, who says IPL scouts don't do their work properly at all. From almost 5 seasons, I haven't seen sensible bidding. That's an interesting thought. I think the economics of the IPL auction can be a bit skewed sometimes. You tend to see a lot of players going for insane money, and then some players going for very little, and it's purely for demand. I also think hype plays a big factor in it. We've seen that recent tournament bias can play into it a lot. So the Big Bash going on just as the IPL auction happens, the Abu Dhabi T10, obviously the T20 World Cup, all of those tournaments leading into the IPL auction make it so that a lot of players will be recognised for their performances in those and go for higher prices, whereas some players that might have been slightly out of form, such as Jason Roy, even though he's very talented, he probably won't get sold.
Yeah, I think we can see that as well. Do you want a quick stat on which team spent the most money so far in this IPL?
Go on then.
So currently, we've got. So Sunrisers Hyderabad have spent 26.75 crore.
Okay.
So 2,675 lakh. Punjab Kings have spent 19 crore so far. Mumbai 17.5. CSK 16.75. Lucknow 16 crore. And then we've got Rajasthan with 5.75, Gujarat with 2.5, and DC with 2 crore spent so far. So that's our leaderboard. So this, do you want to bring back that spreadsheet up again, James, and we'll just talk through it a little bit on here.
Right, yeah, sure. So I
Disgrace.
think Reece Topley, that's a big moment, isn't it?
RCB as well, great player. So what we've got here on the left hand side is just a list of what players have bought what teams, and that will just get adjusted as we go through. Actually, yours isn't like it's updated in the same vein as mine, so you might just have to tab back onto it and.
Right, yeah. I'll
we
just
can do that.
update that very quickly.
So, okay, we're into there now. Reece Topley, RCB. How did he go for his base price? No, 1.9 crore for Reece Topley. So I think that's a great buy for RCB.
Yeah. They did get rid of Jason Berendorf, didn't they?
Yes, and Unadkat, base price 50 lakh, straight to LSG.
No
which I
way.
think that's a great buy.
That's opening bid.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone.
Does he not? I thought he said he was sold. No other bidders. Oh no, just opening bid.
I was gonna say that would have
been an absolute steal.
I would have been absolutely astounded if that was the case.
But yeah, Unadkat has definitely made a comeback. in terms of his form. I think especially in this in the India test as well. It's been class.
Yeah.
I might just have to expand some columns in there as well. Okay, well he has gone. No competitors. He is at look now for 50 crore. 50 lakh, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
So there we go.
I think that's an absolute steal.
Um,
I mean, Anadkat hasn't had a great time in the IPL going back in time. I just realised in the stream you can see me in this little corner. I'll just hop over here. Yeah, Anadkat hasn't had a great time in the IPL, but I still think that's too cheap.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I thought Anadkat would be a bit of bit of an impressive one. Oh, here we go, Jai Richardson.
Yep. 1.5. So Adam Mill went unsold, which I think is interesting. I didn't see that one coming too much. And then Jai Richardson going. But yeah, he's already going up for quite a lot. Let's just jump back to here for a sec while we go through the rest of this set, and then once I've updated it for the rest of this set, we can have another look through here. So Mumbai have started the bidding for Jai Richardson. They've started this one too. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, we've also Chris Jordan went unsold. We completely missed that.
Oh, we didn't even mention it.
We completely missed that Chris Jordan was unsold. So I think for Chris Jordan this year, obviously Chennai have got a replacement with Ben Stokes, so they didn't want him anymore because of that. So yeah, we'll see that there.
Well, I think Chris Jordan is potentially your prime victim when it comes to having this impact player rule, because when you think about the impact player rule, basically means you can have more specialists. You can have a specialist batter that you can then exchange for a specialist bowler, and then the rest you kind of want all rounders. Chris Jordan is a bit of a bowling all rounder, but like we've seen, he's not that great a bowler anymore, and he isn't a very good batter. He's a very good fielder.
I think he is class in the sense that he is a great cricketer. He's got a good mind, and he was one of the best T20 bowlers for a long time. But he has just dropped off, and he's been usurped by Sam Curran. I think Curran just comes in and does everything that Chris Jordan is known for, but a little bit better. So I think that's why we're seeing people like him drop off. Bit of an update. Jai Richardson has gone for base price to Mumbai Indians of 1.5 crore, and Ishant Sharma has gone back to Delhi for base price.
I think that's a good shout. I do like Ishant Sharma, but I don't know how much he'll play. He's a good player for an impact sub, though. If you think about him in the power play, absolutely swinging it round corners, he could be very useful. Right. Spinners. Adil Rashid.
Oh, I always get nervous when it comes to Adil Rashid.
Bid comes from Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Oh, Rashid's in the IPL.
And nobody
Great
else
news.
at all so far. So we could see Adil Rashid go for 2 crore to Sunrisers, which I think that's a brilliant buy.
And that's it. No one else at all.
Wow.
Sunrise Rashid. Well, then that's a great buy. I think they've done a great job there. Nice to see Adil Rashid in there for SRH. And this is it. It just shows the advantage of having this much cash, doesn't it? The fact that they can come out and just do this every single time and buy these great players, is a great testament to Sunrisers, and the fact that they have got such a large purse. Akil Hussain, base price 1 crore. We saw him, come to the fore against England, I think, in terms of T20.
I also think,
But he has gone unsold.
Because I was going to say, he did really well in a match like yesterday or the day before for Melbourne Renegades, I believe, where he got like 30 something off 18, and he took wickets very cheaply. But yeah, apparently it was too little too late, so unlucky for him. But who knows, he could get picked up on the way round again.
Yep. Who's up next, James?
I'll tell you when I find out.
Right, here's interesting. Mayank Markandi. He's in this
Right,
set. What do we
yes.
think? Adam Zampa. Cameras on RCB. He's up now, 1.5 crore base price. Again, top leg spinner, and we've seen in the IPL as well just how good. Wow, that is so surprising. But again, we might see him in the set later on. But how good leg spin is in the IPL. You think of Ravi Bishnoi, you think of Rao Chahar, you think of Rashid Khan. These players, these top class leg spinners, and what they can do to a game. So I think, Adam Zampa being unsold, that is a surprise for me, for sure.
Do you think that it was purely like luck of the order that they came in there? That Sunrisers got Adil Rashid over Zampa?
Potentially, yeah.
So
Shamsi. Unsold to Breeze Shamsi.
Yeah. Or do you think there's something else in it? Because I'm not saying that any of them are all-rounders by any stretch, but of those, Adil Rashid is the closest thing to an all-rounder. He's got however many first-class centuries. He's not terrible at batting. He can hold up an end, and I wonder whether that might be the kind of the kicker. That might be the overall decision that decides it.
Lucas watching Zampa unsold surprise, and then Rick Patella said, "See what dropping Kane Williamson does to a team. Sunrisers Hyderabad complete turnaround, and they've now got a solid team." It's so true. Rick, let me know what you think about Sunrisers. Let me know what you think about their side. How are they doing so far?
Majib unsold. That's quite an interesting one.
To be honest, I thought that were coming. And then Maya Markandi comes in as well. So I think this might be an interesting one because, again, another leg spinner.
He's a Punjabi legend.
He is a Punjabi legend. So I could see him going because, again, he's an Indian player. Fits the bill with a lot of these sides.
All right, there we go.
Sunrisers straight away in there. So with his 50 lakh base price, do we think it's going to increase from there? I can't see happening.
I don't know. I think he could go for a bit more.
We'll see. Oh, that's it. Sunrisers get him now for 50 lakh.
You're right.
All done.
I stand corrected.
Okay, so on to the uncapped, but I think there might be a quick break. We'll see. Sunrisers again though, just flexing with just how much they can spend in this IPL auction, aren't they?
We had a question of is Josh Little in this set? No, he is not. I believe he is coming a little bit later. I will have a look quickly. Scroll down my giant spreadsheet as to when Josh Little's coming in.
Josh Little is in set 23. He is list number 170, not number 170.
Right, okay. I realised that my scrolling was going to be no match to your spreadsheet prowess.
One quick find.
Batsmen getting high bucks and spinners getting unsold, knowing this season will be complete with respect to the complete home-away match form. Great. Right, so it'd be an interesting one. I think it will depend. You know what? We hadn't factored that into what our thoughts were at all.
That is true, yeah.
There are home and away fixtures this season. So, for Punjab, for example, they're going to want to see some good seamers because we're playing in Mohali again. Chennai are going to want to see some decent spinners.
Yeah.
So, that's definitely a good point. We need to, make sure we remember that. Rick and Patel, Mayank, Abhishek, Tripathi, Brook, Markram, Phillips, Sundar, Janssen, Natarajan, Bhuvi, Umran can also switch out Janssen for Rashid depending on the pitch. Or switch out Phillips for Rashid. Yeah, that's a pretty special looking team so far, isn't it?
So, right, let's quickly have a look at this. So, spreadsheet time. Let's just jump over to here. So, what have we got? What have we got so far? So, what are we seeing on this? Well, on our side here, I've just got the list of all the players that have been sold so far, and the amounts that each team has spent. So we can see that so far Sunrisers have spent 29 crore of their total. We then have a list of how much they've spent. So they've only bought 5 players, Sunrisers, for 29 crore. But we know they've got some really big buys so far. Harry Brook, Michael Garwell, Heinrich Klaassen. They've done really well so far. And then here is our top 10, and it's gone a bit funny so far because of the because of this. If I just go over here, copy that down, because we've got a tie for the players. There you go. Kane Williamson is the reason why we've got a problem there. Typical captain Kane Williamson, always causing problems.
Harsh words.
I know. And then here we go. There we go. So this is our top 10 so far. There we go. So obviously Sam Curran's our most expensive buy. Cameron Green coming in second. Ben Stokes number 3. I mean, that's not really surprised anyone, has it? We all thought that those 3 would be the big ticket people in this IPL. Nick Purran, a surprise to everyone. Look now, really splashing out there. And again, not sure why they've done that. Because yeah, it seems foolish.
Yeah, I think we've had a comment. If I just go back on here, please explain, guys. From Look Who's Watching, please explain what's the thought behind having Nicky Pooran, KL Rahul, and Quinton de Kock in the same team, 3 wicket-keeper batsmen.
I honestly don't know. I don't know if that's a good buy or not in this case.
I believe, Sibashish Dutta, LSG, I believe they released Evan Lewis.
I will check.
Yeah, Ben, you can check quickly for us. But, yeah, it's...
Yeah, Evan Lewis is gone.
Evan Lewis was released, yeah. So, I think, realistically, having 3 wicket-keeper batsmen isn't a bad thing. Because if they're good enough batsmen, which de Kock, KL Rahul and Nick Pooran all are, they are good enough batsmen to be played as batters in their own right, then that's fine. You can get away with it. However, I do think that having such expensive players and so many overseas players, that's the limiting factor, because they can't bowl at all. So you haven't got all-rounders in that respect. And Quinton de Kock and Nick Pooran, that's taking up 2 of your 4 possible overseas slots. The other one is likely to be Mark Wood, and then you're going to have Marcus Stoinis. So you don't really have space for anybody else. Who have Lucknow got at the moment, Bench?
So we'll go through this. So Lucknow, in terms of what
overseas, please.
Yeah, so Marcus Stoinis, Kyle Myers, Mark Wood, Quinton de Kock and Nick Purran. That's their list.
Right, okay.
So they've still got 2 overseas spaces in there.
Because I would have completely understood them going...
3 overseas spaces.
Yeah, because I would completely understood them going for Nick Pooran as cover for Quinton de Kock, because he's another left-handed wicket-keeper batter. But... paying whatever that they paid for him, was it something horrendous? Where was it? Was it 14 crore or something stupid?
Yeah.
How much was he? Paying what they paid for him, that is far more than you pay for somebody that's cover. 16 crore. 16 crore, that's how much it was. That's as much as Delhi paid for Yuvraj Singh in 2015.
Yeah, there's just an interesting stat that's been put on by ESPN Cricinfo, looking at the most expensive auction buys in IPL history, and we have seen 3 of the most expensive buys this year. Sam Curran 18.5 crore, Cam Green 17.5 crore, and then Ben Stokes has even tied Chris Morris for 16.25 crore for that 2021 purchase by Rajasthan Royals, and then the king Yuvraj Singh 16 crore for Delhi Daredevils back in 2015, where we saw that happen. So it's incredible this year, the amount of money that's gone into this auction for these big ticket players is out of this world, and you can see the 3 of them are in form. the three of them are all in form. Whereas previously, somebody like Chris Morris looked like he was okay. He retired 2 years later. I don't think we're going to see any of that from these three. Ben Stokes is in there. He's such a class player. He's playing some of his best ever cricket, both tactically and on the pitch. Yeah, fantastic. Lucas watching has been blowing up the comments. Yes, exactly what I think. They've got so many expensive batsmen. I think we're talking about Lucknow Supergiant here. Nonsense tactics for Lucknow. Yes, I agree. Far more cover, 16 crore. I mean, if it's a bowling all-rounder, you can make sense with that. So, who did well so far now, nerds?
I think we're looking at Sunrisers that have done the best in this auction so far. I mean,
sure.
we saw it coming because they have the most money, and that helps in case you didn't know. But yeah, I'm gonna have a go at, and I want you guys to join in. I want to have a go at making an 11 for Sunrisers because I think they're looking very, very strong.
Okay, so I mean we've already got one suggestion from Ricken in the comments, where we've had Mayank, Abhishek, Raj Prathi, Harry Brook at number 4, Markram at number 5, which I think
I'd swap them round.
I think I would too. I think I'd prefer Harry Brook coming in at number 5. Glenn Phillips, Washington Sundar. I'd actually play Rashid over Jansen. Again, it depends on the pitch. Natarajan, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Malik. I think that's a really good side for Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah.
The fact that they've just released Kane Williamson and they've just gone through the roof now, I think that's a fantastic thing for them this year.
So my thing is with that, Heinrich Klaassen is pretty much their only wicketkeeper. Now I know Glenn Phillips is officially a wicketkeeper, but he's a relatively reluctant one. He prefers to be an all-rounder. He prefers to be an off-spinning all-rounder, and he's one of the quickest guys you've ever seen. So having him in the outfield is actually really useful.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they'll actually play Heinrich Klaassen, but looking at their players, like Phillips, of those, I think Phillips, Markram, Brook, and Jansen would probably be my overseas, and then Adil Rashid when you're playing away at Chennai, for example.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a quick Chennai Super Kings 11.
Go on.
Just looking at what we've got so far. Ruturaj and Ben Stokes to open. I'm going with Moeen Ali at number 3. Shivam Dubey at number 4. And Jinka Rahane, number 5. Ravi Jadeja at number 6. MS Dhoni, number 7. I'm then including... I've only used 2 overseas so far. Because I've missed out... so then at number 8, I'm going with Mr. Deepak Chahar. Number 9, we've got, and then number 9, 10, 11, in whatever order we want. I've got Mukesh Chowdhury, Mahesh Thikshana, and Paranatha, young Malinga.
Yeah.
In there. And I think what Chennai can do is pick up a good 2 crore overseas bowler, because having Ben Stokes is so great because it means that you've got that additional seamer as well. It means that we're not reliant on the 5 bowlers of last year. And you've got some class spinners in there. The fact that you've got Moeen Ali, Jadeja and Thikshana in there, that's 3 great spinners. You've got pacers in Deepak Chahar. You've got even Shivam Dubey can bowl if we really...
Stokes.
Exactly. Well, Stokes is in there. You've got Stokes and Chahar. And then Chowdhury, Paranatha. So it's exciting, I think, for CSK. The only one question mark is probably around Ajinkya Rahane, but I think he just bulks out that a little bit.
Yeah. I am Batman. Rayadu. You missed Rayadu.
I didn't. I put him in... Oh, I'm Batu Rayadu. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did miss Raidu because I forget they exist.
Did you call him Majinki Rahane? Or?
No, I
Yeah.
put Rahane instead. You are right, actually. I am
Yeah.
Batman. And Batty Ride number 5, and actually it's not a bad side really.
So I'm just going to pick up what Look Who's Watching has said in the comments. He said, I feel Sunrisers made a stupid buy in Klaassen. They can't even play him. Now, like I explained, I think they can because he is pretty much their only wicketkeeper other than potentially Glenn Phillips. But also looking at he can be cover as well. Because if Glenn Phillips gets injured and he is being their only wicketkeeper, then they're stuffed. What can they do? So I don't think it was a bad purchase at all. And as far as him being expensive, he was only 5.25 crore. They've still got 13 crore left, and they're looking like they've got a complete squad pretty much. They need a few more Indian players, but yeah, I'd say they're looking all right. Sebastian Matthew has commented and said, guys, I know this is a bit off topic, but which Premier League teams do you guys support?
Oh, a bit of football.
It is a bit of football. So I don't really... Well, the team I support isn't in the Premier League. So, yeah, I've always grown up a Birmingham City fan or a Solihull Moors fan. Solihull Moors are the greatest. However, they're all very low league. You've got a team that's in the Prem now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've always been a Liverpool fan. Not sure why. I just have. There you go.
Yeah.
They've had an interesting year so far. Love Mo Salah. Who do you support? What's your Premier League team?
Narayanan, Uni Narayanan said, expensive for a backup though. 5.25. Yeah, it's quite expensive. However, if you think about how much Glenn Phillips was. So Glenn Phillips cost them 1.5 crore. So if in your head you just switch those around, you say Glenn Phillips, their number one choice, cost them 5.25, and then they bought a cover for 1.5, that's not too bad. So if you assign it as like a slot of money, you say this is our wicketkeeper's budget, then that isn't too bad at all. That's how I'd see it. Uni is a Chelsea fan. There we go. Viraj, what's the best team so far? We're all going to be very biased. I'm going to say Sunrisers are looking strong. I think Punjab are looking very strong. I want to say Punjab need an extra seamer and potentially somebody to bat at 3. So I'm not going to say Punjab just yet. Chennai look brilliant. We said this last time. There isn't a bad squad, I don't think. But yeah, I'm going to say... I'm going to say Chennai potentially looking the best at the moment.
Okay, I've done an updated CSK team.
Okay.
I've put it in the chat, so we'll see when that comes through.
I am Batman is a Tottenham fan, by the way. There's a little update for you.
Now, here we go. So, brace yourself for set 6. There's a few players in there, uncapped players. I don't know too much about all of these, but we've seen a few of them do well in the Duldeep Trophy. So you've got
the what trophy?
Duldeep, I think it says.
Right, I don't think I've heard of that.
Never heard of it, but he poses after his exploits. So we've got Rohan Kunamal. Sorry about butchering that name, but he's done quite well.
Shubham Kajuria.
Yeah, and yeah.
Who have I heard of from here?
Kerala's star in the making, Rohan Kunamal. He's trialled with a number of teams, including Sanju Samson Rajasthan Royals. So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, go.
There's also an under-19 player who's reportedly trialled with CSK.
Anmolpreet Singh. I've heard of him, and he's good.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Other than that, I haven't really heard of any of the others. So maybe Himat Singh. I might have heard of him. If you guys know, let us know. You know who's a good player in this uncapped.
Yeah.
lot.
The reason, the reason I've not put in, I put Pretorius in over Santner is just because he's a pace bowler, and we're looking a bit light on pace because we've really got Stokes and Deepak in there, with then a bit from Mukesh Chowdhury. I think actually, Mitch Santner can, if you're on a turning pitch, so if we're at home in Chennai, I think that's where you want to play someone like Mitch Santner as well, and you could even go in with 3 or 4 spinners. But yeah. That's my predicted CSK 11. Which that Ben Stokes is really, just having a player like Ben Stokes just really opens up your opportunities here.
Doesn't it?
Can open the bowling, can open the batting. Yeah, incredible, really.
I think Corbin Bosch will be bought back by Rajasthan Royals. Yeah, I believe he is in the next one, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the set 7. So he plays for Pal Royals as well. And I think he played for Barbados Royals even. So he's a Rajasthan through and through kind of guy from South Africa. That's quite a good one actually. You've got Saurabh Kumar, who is an ex-Punjab player. Priyam Garg, who we've seen do pretty well. Samarth Vyas, who I thought would be picked up by KKR. So I'm looking forward to set 7. Who have we had? Jaydeep Singh Rana said he's a Man United fan and RCB, so he's used to clowns.
Ronaldo in particular.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got one here. Topley is a great pick for Kohli, company difficult bowler and power play to hit. So yeah, I think Topley's a great pickup for CSK. For RCB, sorry. I don't really think that Topley is there as cover, because I think he is quite. He's a decent player, isn't he? Like
we'd say that
left arm.
But is he? Would you have him in over Josh Hazlewood? Because bear in mind, Josh Hazlewood is tried and tested in the IPL. That being said, I know that for me, I'd probably have Crawley in just because I think he's about 6'7" again.
Topley.
Reece Topley.
Not Zach Crawley.
Did I say Crawley?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Zach Crawley opening the bowling for RCB.
Right, yeah, there we go. Okay, just quick update. Anmolpreet Singh, unsold. Oh, he's Mumbai Indian, that's why I recognise him. LR Chetan, unsold. So we're not looking great so far. Shubham Kajuria, unsold. So, yeah, this set might just be we'll fast forward through it. But Reece Topley, I personally would have him in. I think he's a brilliant power play bowler. But it depends who RCB are then going to bowl at the death. Because they're going to play Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj. Siraj hasn't been that great at the death.
Siraj, Patel, Topley and Hazlewood. Because, I mean, it depends on who they choose as their overseas players.
Yeah, I mean, if Maxi is fit, then they pick him.
Kunamal's unsold.
Who's that?
Rahan Kunamal's unsold. Only 2 players to go.
So, yeah, it was... If I was picking their overseas, I'd have Faf du Plessis, I'd have Glenn Maxwell, Wanindu Hasaranga de Silva.
That's true.
And then probably Reece Topley. Or it's him or Josh Hazlewood.
Yeah, that's the thing. Actually, when you've got Hasaranga, Faf and Maxwell, you've only really got 1 extra space. So in that sense, you would definitely expect, probably then in that case, to see Hazlewood over Topley, wouldn't you? Yeah. And CSK have picked up Sheikh Rashid.
Right. You're going to have to do some research on him.
I will. We'll see how that goes.
I'm going to nip off for a comfort break.
Okay, you're off for a comfort break. I'll hold the fort for a bit, James. So yeah, let's have a look at Sheikh Rashid. What's he been doing? Does anyone know anything about him in the comments? That'll be interesting. So out of these uncapped things, now he is only 18 years old. So to anyone that's saying about Dad's Army, there we go. He is exactly. CSK saw the stream, got upset, decided to reduce their age and picking an 18-year-old. Exactly. That's what I'm saying here. It's that pick for the future, isn't it? That's what they're trying to do, aren't they? He's an under-19s player. We've found out, and him at Singh no takers. So the final player of that set is unsold. So only 1 player to go from that set, and that is Shaikh Rashid. So we'll see what we know about him. So he's a Super King. He was doing fine for him in the APL too, apparently. So let's just quickly look him up. So yeah, he's 18 years old. He's played 3 first-class matches. He scored a 50 in there, and he plays his cricket for Andhra. So that's interesting. Alongside of Shah Khan and Ishant Sharma. And he's actually playing now, by the looks of it. I believe so. Shaikh Rashid, is he in there, or am I making things up here? Yeah, so he's a top order batter. Scored 37 of 105 today. He plays alongside of Vihari, so yeah, looks like he's a good young player. Bit of young talent in there. Not a good hitter. Need to get some muscle, and then he'll be a good player. Interesting. Thank you for that insight. So yeah, very exciting so far. Bit of youth for CSK. Bear in mind, CSK were the people that discovered Ruturaj Gaikwad, weren't they? So they were able to bring him through the ranks. So we've just been looking into Shaikh Rashid.
Shaikh Rashid.
Shaikh Rashid, yeah.
Plays
Plays for Andhra.
Yep.
In the Ranji Trophy. Actually playing today. So he's actually been playing against Tamil Nadu, which is interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, he seems to be a good young player. He's scored a couple of a 30 and a 20. Bats number 3 for them, and he was run out today by B. Sai Siddharthan, who is the
Sai Siddharthan's been good recently, hasn't he?
Opening for that.
As far as this live stream, I reckon we'll probably go until about set 11, maybe.
Yeah.
That's where we're looking. That'll be the second set of batsmen. So that's got the likes of Big Paul Sterling, Will Jacks, David Milan, Shafane Rutherford. So that'll be an interesting one.
We could even go as far as like maybe as far as like fast bowler 2, so set 13 to get those fast bowlers in there.
No promises yet, but we'll see.
By the time we get to the new uncaps, we'll go. So Vivrant Sharma goes to Sunrisers Hyderabad.
Yeah, for 2.6 crore, that one.
So that was quite a lot for that young lad. So what do we know about him, James?
Okay, so Vivrant Sharma, allow me to enlighten you. He is a 23-year-old from Jammu and Kashmir. That is the domestic team he plays for.
Okay. In
T20s, he's only played 9 of them. He averages 23 at strike rate of 128. He has had 3 bowling innings, so he's a bit of a part-time slow left-arm orthodox bowler. But he has an unbelievable average of 7.33.
Wow.
At an economy of 5.73.
So, and actually, what we've seen interestingly here is Priyam Garg's been replaced by him. So Priyam Garg has now gone unsold in this. So yeah, interesting to see that. Enters at 20 lakhs. So yeah, but he's a rich man. 2.6 crore. Well done to him. And that moves him up into the top 10 most expensive players sold.
There we go. Samarth Vyas has gone to Sunrisers Hyderabad. Base price. I think that's a very good purchase for them.
Yeah.
He's a exciting player from what I can tell. Don't know if he gets into that starting 11, but it's always good to see Sunrisers doing well, and I'd like to see Sunrisers do a bit better. So Saksham has asked, has Steve Smith appeared yet? If yes, which team purchased him? He has not appeared. Is he in the IPL auction this year? It's somebody that I forgot to check.
No, Steve Smith.
There is no Steve Smith this year.
So a couple of more bits of updates. So Priyam Garg's unsold. Samarth Vyas went to Sunrisers Hyderabad for a 20 lakh base price. Sarabah Kumar unsold, and Corbin Bosch also unsold. So a bit more from there. So who was that? Vice Sunrisers Hyderabad. Well done, young man. You are a Sunriser. Corbin Bosch unsold, and then Sarabah Kumar unsold as well. And currently we've got Sanveer Singh again. Sunrisers. Sunrisers are just picking up so many
Cleaning
people.
house, aren't they? They've got to watch out because I mean, unless they really do want these players, because I think they're just relatively expensive.
Net players.
Net bowlers really. That's what they seem to be getting. Unless they genuinely do think they're good, they're taking up spaces in their squad. Where how much they've got 10 crore left, haven't they? So how many players can Sunrisers fit in still?
So Sunrisers now have.
Just gonna have a look at these questions. What have we missed? CSK saw this stream, got upset, and to reduce their age, picked up an 18-year-old.
Yes, we've been over that already. Thank you very much.
Nice, I like that. An off-topic question: do you watch the Sidemen? No, I only watch cricket. Okay, yeah. Some good things I like to watch are Jared Kimber. I think he's very good, and Wee Cricket and the Grade Cricketer. They're all very interesting, and obviously the Cricket Nerds. You got to watch everything that they put out. They're brilliant.
So Bengali captain's gone for unsold. S1 unsold. Sanveer Singh unsold.
To be fair, Iswaran, I don't know how you say his name, but he has been picked in the Test squad. So he's travelled to Bangladesh, and he's brilliant in the first class. But yeah, I don't know how much of a T20 player he is really.
So 22 players have been sold so far. 14 of them overseas players. Total spends a lot of money. 116 crore so far in the
My
IPL.
goodness, that's a lot of money. ZX said RCB need a young, cheap, overseas all-rounder. Yeah, do you think they need they need a pace bowling all-rounder or a spin bowling all-rounder? That's what I'd be interested to know from you. In which case we can then have a look at the auction list and see who they should target.
Nishant Sidhu's gone to CSK.
Okay. Shashank Singh is unsold. So we're almost at the end of the
Now, here we go. We've got some
uncapped all-rounders.
interesting people in the uncapped wicketkeeper. KS Barrett, we've seen him previously play for RCB, and also we've also seen him play for
Delhi
Capitals, and also Jagadesan, who was very expensive and then got released by CSK, but maybe there might be a bidding war for him because of how he's performed recently in both the Ranji Trophy and the side of Mushtaq Ali.
Yeah, he's been brilliant.
Been on absolute form.
There's also Mohamed Azharuddin, who he hasn't managed to make his IPL debut yet. I think he was bought by RCB, but yeah, never actually came to anything. Yeah, so some exciting lots in this next one. Be interesting to see who gets picked up. Yes. Right, ZX has said spin bowling all rounder. It does depend on how much of a spin bowling all rounder you need, because me personally, I want to see Will Jacks picked up by somebody.
Yeah,
he's a very explosive batter, and he's shown that he has got some talent with his off spin. Could be a potential backup for Glenn Maxwell.
Oh, I like that idea.
Yeah. You've also got Mohamed Nabi, who I reckon could probably go cheap, and he's very experienced, and still very good as well.
Just as an update, my spreadsheet is currently does agree with the IPL online, so that's
Excellent.
always,
Yeah, everything
always
is
good
accurate.
News. Always good news.
Dinesh Bana unsold. No one really cares about these. We get to the interesting stuff. Come on.
It's a bit rude.
Oh, it's true. This is where it takes a
Actually,
lot.
I'm 40 lakhs off. Damn, what have I done? Oh no.
They have Finn Allen though. Yeah, they've got Finn Allen, but Finn Allen's an opener and he's a wicket keeper. He's not a bowler. The advantage of having somebody like Will Jacks is he can bowl.
Nishant Sidhu went for 60 lakh. Sorry, not base price. That's where I've gone wrong.
What team do you guys all support? You gotta let us know in the comments, please.
Interestingly, the only team now that's not bought anyone so far is KKR. So every team has now entered the auction at some point, aside from Kolkata Knight Riders, who really need to start. I think really need to start buying, because otherwise they're not going to have any team, are they?
Thing is, there are still lots of good players that are yet to come.
Yeah, that's true.
If you think about, I mean, even if I look in set 11, Will Jacks, David Malan, Manish Pandey, Shafane Rutherford, Mandeep Singh, Paul Sterling, Rassi van der Dussen. I think KKR can pick up any of them and do well. There are a lot of options for them. Do you remember Daryl Mitchell opened for New Zealand in the T20 World Cup in 2021?
Yeah, which is a bit rogue, but he is a good player, Daryl Mitchell, and he was one of the reasons why they won. That they knocked England out in 2021 in the World Cup.
Yeah,
I think they saw Mitchell at one point as the next. I've completely forgotten his name. Oh, come on, what's the opener for years for New Zealand?
Oh,
yeah, you know.
now you've
exactly
made
who I
me
mean.
forget. Oh dear, this is embarrassing.
Jimmy Neesham and... Oh, we must know who he is. He's a great player.
I can't remember.
He didn't play much this year.
I'm going to need to search it, aren't I?
What's his name? Oh, that's so frustrating. Come on, help us out in the comments. What's his name?
It's right on the tip
Who
of
am
my
I
tongue.
thinking
Martin
about?
Guptill.
That's it, Guptill. KKR got Jagadesan
Wow, there we
at
go.
90 lakhs. So that's fair. There you go. Jagadesan's gone, and KKR first entrance into the auction.
I think that's a good shout, to be honest.
Kes Barrett.
Yes. Chennai seem pretty interested in him. He's not a very quick batsman. I think he strikes at about 120, but he's a good wicket keeper, and he's had some memorable moments in the IPL, so that's good. We've had a comment. Mitchell was bad last year. Yeah, he wasn't great. I don't think he got that much of an opportunity though.
Well, he was injured. He did have a good summer. For KS Barrett's gone to the Titans for 1.2 crore.
That's quite a lot. But
As
there
a
we go.
backup for Sahar, or maybe an upgrade for Sahar. And then Jagadesan, KKR make their first purchase.
It's about time, isn't it? They've been waiting. We've been waiting for a long time for them to actually make a move.
So Mohammad Azharuddin and Bhupendra Singh Yadav left in this set. Who do you reckon? Do you reckon they'll go, or do we know anything about these two?
Mohammad Azharuddin, he went unsold last year. He was somebody that was like really promising when RCB bought him. I remember Zach talked about him quite a lot as being, somebody that he was very excited about. But yeah, I think he might have just dropped off the scene a little bit, and I can see him going unsold. Upendra Yadav has gone to Sunrisers Hyderabad for
Sold to MI for base price, I think. Oh no, there's an extra bid in there, so we'll see what he goes for now.
some money.
Some money. That's what we like to see. So he went to there for money. So this is just an interesting little stat here. So 26 players have been sold. in this IPL so far, and how much do you reckon out of that pot of currently 119.05 crore has been spent so far?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you reckon of that is in the top 10 players?
Or I reckon 70.
No, 105.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Mohamed Azharuddin unsold, just like I said.
Yep, Upendra Yadav has been sold to Sunrisers, but we're not sure how much for yet. Sorry, sold to MI, and yeah, Azharuddin unsold. I mean, we're going to be behind the live stream, aren't we? Because we've got YouTube delay, don't we? So you're all going to have to. You'll all know before us.
Yeah, bear with us.
Upendra Singh Yadav, how much has he gone for?
Ooh, this is an interesting one. Thank you, look who's watching, for letting me know. So this next set,
Okay.
it's uncapped fast bowlers. In that, we have Shivam Mavi, we have KM Asif, we have Vaibhav Arora.
Well,
who
he's a big player.
He has been brilliant in the domestic stuff. I think the reason that Punjab dropped him was because he wanted more money. So here we go. He's in now. KKR have opened the bidding, and Lucknow have joined said bidding. So he's a very good power play bowler, and now that we've got this impact player rule, he's the kind of person that you want in your team.
So Vaibhav Arora, where was he last year? Was he at GT last year? Punjab was at last year, wasn't he, Vaibhav Arora?
Vaibhav Arora has gone to KKR. That's for 60 lakh. I think that's a very good price. Nathaniel Wesley has commented saying, "Yes, boys. Yes to yourself, legend."
We still don't know how much Upendra Yadav's gone for.
She could find out.
Could someone tell us in the comments how much he went for, please? By the way, Mumbai Indians is left with just 1.55. I don't think they can get any more classy players. Even buying local players wouldn't sustain them. What an awful strategy. James Vaibhav Arora comes. Yeah, he's there. And Jagadesan. So I think Jagadesan's going to be a great buy, I'll be honest.
Upendra Yadav was 25.
Aha, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Someone needs to tell the IPL website to update their...
So I think Shivam Mavi would be a very good purchase for... Oh, there's also Lance Morris. That's a really interesting one. Lance Morris is potentially the fastest man in Australia at the moment.
Wow.
Arguably the fastest man in the world. He is uncapped. He's been picked in the Australia squad, but hasn't been played yet. But he bowls consistently like 150. He's quite young.
Wow.
He could be a really interesting purchase if somebody wants him.
So when you said fastest, I wasn't sure if you meant like fastest as in like running, and I was like,
I'm talking
sure,
bowling.
I'm pretty sure the fastest person in the whole world is probably, don't know, Jamaican.
Usain Bolt's descendant.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, a few things have gone on. So Vaibhav Arora's gone back to KKR for 60 lakh. And then Yash Thakur, 20 lakh. LSG, 45 lakh for Yash Thakur. So, LSG, is that a sensible purchase? We will see in time.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad one. He's cheap, and I think he bowls all right. I don't have a whole lot of knowledge on him, but yeah, don't see why it's a bad decision. I think LSG already made their weird decisions. So
yes. So KM Asif, former Chennai Super King, 30 lakhs, unsold.
Sad times for him.
Yeah, he wasn't. He played for CSK. I think he's played for them in the past, but he didn't get a single game last year. So, unfortunately, KM Asif, he has not been picked up. Shivam Mavi. I'm excited about Shivam Mavi because he was so good for KKR last year. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he gets picked up. Mujtaba Yusuf unsold. He's off again.
We need to get into the interesting stuff, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Right, we're all waiting for Shiva Mavi and Lance Morris. I completely forgot about Lance Morris, but he is, he's consistently.
So 25
very
years
fast.
old, but just an
I
absolute.
don't even think.
fast
Is he that
bowler.
old? Isn't he like 24?
25, yeah, 25. Or he'll be 25 by the time the IPL starts.
Mm.
It's his birthday during the IPL.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon once we get through the uncapped spinners, I reckon we'll stick around for maybe 1 or 2 more sets. We can even go down as far as fast bowlers too.
Lance Morris is unsold.
Any takers for the wild thing?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Wow,
the wild
okay.
thing. It's pretty cool.
But no, the thing is, it's difficult to have sort of these uncapped overseas players because it just takes up one of those such valuable overseas spots.
Yeah.
So for somebody like Lance Morris to be in the IPL, it takes a lot for them to pick him up. Like, you need to be a world-class player to get into those spots. Here we go. Shiva Mavi. 40 lakhs for CSK, as do KKR. So it's a bidding war between there. I think actually Shiva Mavi would be a fantastic pickup for CSK. He could sort of add a bit of depth, take a bit of the pressure off Mukesh Chowdhury. We remember Mukesh Chowdhury last year was a decent bowler, but his fielding left a bit to be desired. I think there's a comment.
Oh, he was terrible, wasn't he?
There's a comment on our Cricket Nerds video that sums him up.
Oh,
that was about Mukesh Chowdhury. So
it was shambolic.
Yes. So
fielding.
KKR in the lead at 1 crore, which is exciting for Mavi. Come on, CSK.
Come on, Punjab. I would like to see
You want
Punjab
Punjab
back
to come
in
in?
it again.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just think, why not get a very good bowler when there's one on offer?
Oh, we'll see how it goes. KKR in the lead.
Because if I look for fast bowlers, there are still some decent ones, but not that many. Especially not very good Indian ones that are available.
Would you like a list of all fast bowlers who are Indian that are left to come?
Go on then.
So,
you don't need to read them all out.
There's a bunch of uncaps.
It's the notable ones that we're looking for, though.
There's Moshit Sharma, who's 34 years of age, fast medium. We've got Varun Aaron.
Varun Aaron's not bad.
Deval Kulkarni, who is a capped player by the looks of it. He has 12 ODIs and 2 T20s.
Right, never heard of him.
And then Barinder San, 6 ODIs and 2 T20s, and 24 IPL caps. So there are a few other players to come, but they're the only capped players in there. There are a few more players that have had IPL experience. Ankit Singh Rajaput, who played for LSG last year, but in the past has played for KKR, Kings 11 and Rajasthan. And then we've got Basil Tampi as well, who was at Mumbai last year and I think was quite decent for them. So here we go. Shiva Mavi is still being bid for, I believe.
Yeah, we're up to 2 crore now, so he's in for a nice little payday. That's about £200,000.
And this is the thing with somebody like Shiva Mavi. Rajasthan have come back in and challenged the Gujarat Titans, but KKR really, with their purse remaining, can't really afford to go over 2 or 3 crore for someone like Mavi.
No.
So the fact that they released him in order to try to, by the looks of it, reduce the amount that we're going to pay for him, it seems to have potentially backfired for them. 2 crore now with Rajasthan, which is exciting. We'll see how far that goes.
Look who's watching said Punjab is quiet, saving money. It seems. I mean, what are we saving money for?
Well, who knows?
we always finish auctions with the highest purse left over.
That is so true. Yeah. Do you want to have a touch today? Perth Scorchers put up 229 for 7 in the Big Bash League.
Oh my goodness.
Faf du Plessis with striking at 206, got 68 off 33. Nick Hobson was a bit slower, but Josh Inglis, 74 off 33.
Wow.
So a real bit of slogging there from Perth Scorchers, and then Jason Berendorf came in and took 3 wickets, going at 8 runs and over, taking Joe Clark early. So yeah, there's been some interesting things going on so far in the BBL.
Sharaz Khan, hi Sharaz Khan.
Hello, Sharaz Khan. 4 crores for Shivam Mavi.
My goodness.
So he's.
Oh, that's
going.
good. I feel like he deserves it.
Yeah, I think he is as well.
He's quick, and I've seen him bat pretty well as well. I think I've seen him do good things with the bat.
You think you have? Yeah.
I think so.
Gujarat Titans and Rajasthan Royals are going.
We're now up to
it.
5 crore. Titans currently in the lead. 5 crore.
Let's have a look. Let's see. What do you reckon Shivam Mavi's highest score in T20 is, James?
Oh, no, I don't think it's going to be very good. But I reckon it'd be a quick fire 39.
His best score is actually. Well, he scored-
20.
He scored 57 ever.
No. Yeah. So it's 20 his high score.
He's got an average of 4.75 then.
Oh dear. So maybe it isn't that good. They just came to buy Curran today. Yeah, pretty much. I think Punjab just need to go home.
I'm going to buy some current. Titans have escalated up to 5 crore.
Yeah.
So Mave is really in high demand here, and you know what? I understand it because he was great last year. I think, like, he really was one of the best players for KKR, and like KKR were really our dark horse last year. We were really down on them, weren't they? And then they came and they really performed quite well.
Yeah.
Over the course of last year.
I reckon we're probably going to wrap this up at about 5:30 in India time.
Okay.
Which is 12 UK time. Because, I don't know about you, but I'm starving.
Yeah, I am as well.
So, yeah.
So we might not make it to the David Malan Manesh Pandey, but
yeah, well,
you know,
if you
we'll
follow us on Twitter, we are at Cricket Nerds Pod. We will live tweet some stuff. So we'll still be following it, but it'll be while we're eating, and none of you guys want to see us eat. This isn't a mukbang. So
we've got Curran and Sikandar Raza, 2 Zimbabwean blood.
yeah,
Look who's watching.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think we're going to do okay.
And yeah, thanks to the 15 people that are still in the chat here.
Yeah.
13 likes. So yeah, it's been enjoyable, hasn't it? We've enjoyed our first live stream.
Yeah. If you want to see us do more live streams, then give us a shout, because we might do some IPL companions.
Well, that's it. Do you want us to live stream watching the IPL games? Gujarat Titans have got Shivam Mavi.
5 crore. That's good. Well
5
done.
crore. That's a big buy for Mavi.
It is. Yeah.
No, well done to him. I think he deserves that. Again, for an uncapped player, he's done really well there. But yeah, we know what he can do in the IPL. Now Gujarat play at the Ahmedabad Stadium.
Yep.
In Gujarat, so the biggest stadium in the world. I don't really know how it plays though. Is it sort of a pace friendly type of ground?
Well, we saw it last year.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the few grounds that we were playing at, and I think it was a relatively even battle between bat and ball, which kind of suits Hardik Pandya very nicely. They had a very good pace attack, so I think it was pacers that really thrived. We're seeing Punjab and DC battling it out for Mukesh Kumar, who is the Bengali seamer. Don't know a whole lot about him, so I might just search him. So it's Mukesh Kumar.
Well done to Shivam Mavi as well. He's now got himself into that top 10. Yeah, great from him. Sunrisers have bought 8 players and they've spent 32 crore.
Wow.
What do we think about that?
That's... Tell you what, if you've got the money to spend, then you've got to spend it.
But there are some names they've picked up. Like they've picked up Mike Agarwal, great player.
Very good.
Harry Brook, class. Hyman Clarkson, Adil Rashid, Vivrant Sharma. And then they've got a bit of depth as well in Mayank Mankarde. Mayank Mankarde for 50 lakhs, I think, was a fantastic pickup. With his spin bowling.
Mukesh Kumar is looking distinctly like an Ishan Perel kind of pick.
Interesting.
He's a right arm medium bowler. He's averaged 23.6 in his 23 matches at an economy of 7.2. So it's all right. And we're currently looking to pay 4 crore for him.
Ah, yes. Amenabad, Aksar Patel. Yes, they did destroy us last year. Thank you, Mugarasam. Yes.
Oh, right, okay. So Mukesh Kumar has played for India A.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's an interesting kind of battle that we found ourselves in. Maybe he's really good in the power play. I hope he is. I can't say I'm like super excited about this as a pick, but yeah, he's achieved the rare feat, it says on Cricinfo, of being called into India's squad even before playing an IPL game. So yeah, he's done well there, but it'll be an interesting one.
So Ben Stokes, Nishant Sidhu, Jinka Rahane, Saik Rashid, Phil Salt and Ishan Sharma. Phil Salt, great pickup I think for them.
DC get Mukesh Kumar for 5.5 crore.
Wow,
That's
what
a lot of
pickup.
money. A lot of money.
What a pickup for the young lad. So you say he's become part of the Indian setup?
Yeah, so I think he's played a few matches for India A.
Yeah.
So before ever playing an IPL game, that's pretty impressive.
And he's a fast bowler or sort of medium pace?
Yeah, it says right on medium, but they tend to kind of underestimate them.
Yeah.
Before they play in professional stuff, so he could be a bit quicker.
Couple of big pickups there in that little section there. I think. Yeah, impressive.
So we're now looking at set 10, which has got players like Murugan Ashwin. So this is the uncapped spinners. Murugan Ashwin. We've got Shreyas Gopal, Hinmanshu Sharma, and Chintal Gandhi. I can't say that. Is Harul Huq Naveed an Afghanistani? So Gandhi's gone unsold. Yeah, this is looking like it'll probably be our last set.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So thank you very much for watching, everybody. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah, we've had a great time so far.
Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.
Yeah, I'm expecting out of here to see Shreyas Gopal, Murugan Ashwin go. I'm not too sure about the rest of them, I'll be honest. So yeah, what do you think? Do you reckon who do you think is going to pick up Murugan Ashwin? Do you think he'll return back to Punjab, or do you think he'll stick with Mumbai? Mumbai need a spinner.
Yeah,
Mumbai need a spinner.
they do.
So
and I could see them going for Shreyas Gopal maybe, because they obviously don't want Murugan Ashwin because they picked him up very cheaply last time, I think. Unless maybe he was a bit more expensive.
So interestingly, out of all the teams so far, there are 7 teams that have only got 1 overseas space left, and there are 3 teams that have 5 overseas spaces left.
Wow.
So Rajasthan, Kolkata, and Lucknow all have 5 players left, and we saw this last year from Rajasthan. They came down to the end. Murugan Ashwin unsold.
There we go.
Which it's a bit of a shame because I think he's a good player.
Yeah, he was never consistent with his lengths. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And you can sometimes get away with the odd long hop in Test cricket, as we've seen from
Joe
people
Root,
like Rahan Ahmed, Joe Root.
Yeah.
But not in T20, not in the IPL, when people are looking to punish every single ball. And Murugan Ashwin was getting punished last year. So I think that's probably why. No takers for Shreyas Gopal either.
Could we have our first completely unsold set?
Be a sad one to end on, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Maybe we look for the start of the batting one in case if there's not a break in between.
Yeah. If there's a break, then we'll wrap this up.
But yeah, we've enjoyed the iPod auction so far. It's been a great day. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of it as well. I keep forgetting where the camera is, James. I keep looking at the wrong place.
There,
I know. Let's give it away for the camera. 2 more left in this set.
Yeah, Midden is also unsold.
Unsold Midden. Oh, so can Himanshu Sharma be our saving grace here?
Let's hope so. It's a bit of a shame if there's an entire set that's unsold.
Yeah, I know.
Are we just not? Are we expecting Rhodes this season? Are we not expecting decent spinners?
Potentially, yeah. That could be it.
Who do Mumbai have that can spin the ball? Like, do they have anybody?
I don't know at this point. Tim David, DeVault Brevis.
I mean, DeVault Brevis isn't bad, but I wouldn't say he's a first choice bowler, is he?
Oh no way. Himanshu Sharma to RCB.
There we go. It's about time.
So RCB have got a backup leg spinner.
Okay, that's not bad.
Well done to RCB. Well done to Himanshu Sharma. So, that's the end of that set. And are we going to call it the end of our live stream now, or we're going to keep going for another 5 minutes?
I think that's it. I think we're looking at a break now. So, thank you so much for watching. You can, if you follow us on our social medias, we are at Cricket Nerds Pod on Twitter and Instagram. You can also check out our TikTok and stuff. But yeah, if you check us out on Twitter, we will be live tweeting some of the more interesting things that we find from this auction.
That we find interesting.
Yeah, some of the stuff that we find interesting. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you guys later.
But yeah, thanks very much for being on the live stream. Yeah, we're going to call it a day. And there we go. There's a break now. But yeah, it's been fantastic.